Hey, teacups. Welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. It's your girl, Monica. Joining me tonight are Teacup affiliates, Plez. Hey, Plez.
Hey. Hi, how are you? Happy Thursday. Friday Eve.
We almost there. It's one more day. Plez, what is the lip color of the day?
Just a little crayon case, and the shade is fruits.
Okay. Listen, at this point, Super gonna need to go on and cut you the check.
I love her eyeshadows too, but I haven't done a full face in so long. I only put this lipstick on for y'all, but
Wow. I love it. I love it. Schoolboy in the building. Hey, schoolboy. Hey. Hi, my love. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Very good.
New setup.
Okay. All right now. She's getting all professional on us. Bishop in the building. Hey, Bishop.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. I love that smile.
Thank you.
You know who you remind me of? Keenan Kel. People, you probably get that all the time, right?
When I was younger, I used to get that.
Okay, because you still have a baby face and you should be proud. You look amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, people probably try to pinch your cheeks. That's the only problem. The church ladies, right?
They used to.
And also joining us this evening is our fellow YouTuber and friend, Up and Adam. Hey.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I always kind of get in this good mood when I come on here and you start bringing everybody up because you have this very relaxed, chill, welcoming voice. I like that.
Thank you. It's all about good vibes over here, baby. Good vibes. All right, y'all. First and foremost, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I need you to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, go on and bang that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the piping hot tea that we serve on this channel. Teacups, on the agenda tonight, we are discussing RHOP rumors. We're going to spill a little tea and maybe have, a few guests pop in. Maybe not. We'll see. Let's get into it.
A website called All About the Tea.
We told all about the tea that during the fight.
All right, now let's just dive right into this. How's my sound? Do I
Great.
sound good? Okay. Let me know in the chat if I sound okay. Can you hear me? Thumbs up. Yep. Okay. On my end, it's echoing a little bit. Yep. All right. We're just going to go on and get started. For weeks now, there have been various RHOP rumors floating around. Teacups will email me stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure you get all the questions too, Adam, right?
Yeah, for the most part. But now I've gotten to the point where I'll come even ask you before I put myself out there and look a little off and say something that's not true. So,
right. You want to make sure you want to verify everything first. Absolutely. Manifest our destiny. Wow. Thank you so much for the super chat. I look forward to hearing you guys. It makes my night. Aw, hearts and kisses to you as well. Thank you. We appreciate it. So yeah, there's been a ton of rumors floating around. Adam and I will DM each other too. Hey, have you heard this? Have you heard that? And if we don't have proof, we're not going to spill the tea. So first on the agenda, let's address the rumor that's been floating around for a while now. Actually, since last month, well, maybe December-ish, I would say, and a couple of the teacups would ask me, a lot of people don't believe Candace Dillard filed a police report. They believed, according to some teacups, Monique jumped the gun and went ahead and filed a counter charge without having an initial charge. Plaz, you're an attorney. Can you explain that maybe somehow? Because a lot of people are under the belief that Candace didn't file a police report. Yes.
I I don't know why they would be under that belief. I guess it's just where we are in this country. But yes, in order for her to file a counter charge, there had to be an initial charge. You can't counter something unless there is an initial something, in this case, a police report. So let's say we were debating. Person one would be able to give an argument. Person two would make a counter argument to person one's initial argument. So anytime you see counter something, counter exchange, unless it's like kitchen counter, in this context, counter complaint means she's filing something against what was initially said in the primary complaint.
Well, that was my understanding as well. And I'm not an attorney, but that makes total sense to me. So when I heard this rumor, and so many people DM'd me and emailed me, and I went hunting for the complaints, and I've had them now in my inbox probably since January. But there's so much tea every day to spill. I mean, how do you keep up? You know, every day I had to keep putting this off, and something else came up. So now that things have settled down a little bit, I have the complaint in hand. I'm going to pull it up on the screen, Plez. You are an attorney. If you don't mind, can you walk us through the complaint? Read it to us. Okay. I'm going to share my screen and pull it up. Give me 1 second. This has been an ongoing thing here for a while. It's a rumor that we're going to put to rest tonight. Okay, so let me see here. So this is the criminal summons. This, what is this, 6 pages? It's not very long. This, what I'm pulling up on the screen is the complaint that Candace actually filed. Let me share my screen so everyone can see it. Okay, can y'all see that? You can see that? Let me make it bigger. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, here, maybe I can make it a little bit bigger too. Should I make it bigger, Plus?
Yeah, you can. I can see.
Okay, so you see on the top, it says District Court of Maryland for Montgomery County. That is the county where, you know, Monique Samuels lives. It's the state of Maryland versus Monique Samuels. I had to remove her address. I blacked her address out and phone numbers and that kind of thing. But this is the criminal summons. And Plaza's gonna read, but I'm gonna scroll.
Before I start, Monica, maybe this is what's throwing people off a little bit because it's the state of Maryland. But in criminal court, the alleged victim cannot make the complaint themselves. The district attorney has to file the charges. So that's why it says state of Maryland and not like Candace Dillard Bassett. They're making the complaint on her behalf. Okay. Criminal summons on charging document. State of Maryland, Montgomery County, to wit, to the defendant. You are summoned and commanded to appear for preliminary inquiry in this court on December 23rd, 2019 at 8 a.m., room 511, and also to appear for a trial/hearing on a date to be set by the clerk to answer the charges lodged against you in the charging document attached hereto. Notice to defendant. If you fail to appear at the place, time, and date set forth above, a warrant for your arrest may be issued. If you change your name, address, or telephone number, you must notify the court at the above location prior to the trial date. To request a foreign language interpreter or a reasonable accommodation under the Americans with Disabilities Act, please contact the court immediately. TTY users call Maryland Relay 711. The date it was signed. Okay.
Yeah.
The date it was signed was November 17th.
Okay, so here we have page 2, and it outlines the complainant, and that would be Candace, right? See, I didn't redact her address because this is the old address. Wait a minute, let me check the sounds. I'm echoing. Is everyone on mute? Because I'm hearing, okay. Because this is Candace's old address of the townhouse. As far as Monique's address goes, I did black that out because that would be her current address as well as her phone numbers. So please proceed.
Okay, yeah. Candace Dillard Bassett is the complainant, and it states the statement of charges reads, upon the facts contained in the application of Bassett Candace Dillard, it is formally charged that Samuels Monique, at the dates, time, and location specified below. So it's their criminal charge. Penalty can be 10 years and or a fine of $2,500. It is assault in the second degree on or about October 16th, 2019 at 14531 Montevideo Road, Poolsville, Montgomery County, Maryland. Did assault Candace Dillard Bassett in the second degree in violation of Criminal Code 3-203, contrary to the form of the act of the assembly, in such case made and provided, and against the peace, government, and dignity of the state, against the peace, government, and dignity of the state.
All right, sorry about that. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling. So it's signed off by the court officer there. And this is the actual complaint here, written by Candace herself. Okay.
And so it just lists again her name, her address, the defendant's name and address, a description of Candace, or no, yeah, Candace. Application for a statement of charges. I, the undersigned, apply for a statement of charges and a summons or warrant, which may lead to the arrest of the above named defendant, because on or about October 16, 2019, at the same address that we listed before, the above named defendant, Monique Samuels, while filming for Bravo TV, The Real Housewives of Potomac, physically assaulted me. We were wrapping up a scene for the show, during which a wine tasting was conducted, and our entire cast of women totally participated. Oh, I think she said in total, however many participated. As we are wrapping up, I make the statement to the group, and then it continues on another page. That's her address and everything. I love you. I make the statement to the group, I love you guys. To which my castmate Ashley Darby replied, what about you and Monique? Are you okay? She asked this because Monique and I have had several verbal altercations in the past. One in particular, which took place last year around this time, when Monique threatened to, quote unquote, drag me or beat me up. She also threatened to hit me in the face with a glass bottle. She was pulled away from me by another castmate, Karen Huger. It should also be noted that Monique was nearing a third term of pregnancy at this time. This exchange also took place on camera. I responded to Ashley by saying, quote unquote, it is what it is with Monique. This leads to another verbal altercation where we begin to argue back and forth for several minutes. All of this is taking place inside of a barn at the winery. Monique and I are standing opposite one another at a long wooden table that is resting on barrels of wine. The table has wine bottles, wine glasses, charcuterie knives, and boards on it. At some point during the verbal altercation, Monique says to me, get your hands out of my face. Though I was talking with my hands were not in her face. In response, I say to her, are you going to drag me? Her response was to reach across the table and flick my hair off of my shoulder, grazing my neck with her hand. It continues and says, I respond by reaching back across the table to flick her vest. She then reaches back across the table and pulls me by my hair down onto the table. She begins punching me in the back of my head with one hand while holding my hair with the other hand. I am holding a glass of wine in my right hand when she pulls me down onto the table, which I release onto her in an attempt to get her to stop punching me in the head. The wine in my glass is white wine. For several minutes, she is holding me by my hair, a wig, which is glued down to the front of my scalp. I know that if she successfully pulls it off, she will rip my hair out. So I began holding the wig with both hands as the rest of the castmates, as well as several members of production, attempt to get Monique off of me. After what felt like 5 to 7 minutes and everyone screaming at Monique to let go of me, her fingers are pried off of my head. According to one of the producers, James Bingert, he had to pull each of her individual fingers away from me because she would not let go. After this, Monique is pulled by Mr. Branger into a barn corn
A back corner.
a back corner or corridor of the barn while I am asked to go to a car outside. As I am getting in the car, at least 5 to 10 minutes have gone by. Monique breaks away from the producer who is trying to calm her. It continues and says, calm her down, and runs out the back door of the barn, around the side, and charged up to the front door, thinking I am still inside, and says, where is she? I'm going to kill her. As this entire account was captured by Bravo TV cameras, the network has agreed to turn over the footage by subpoena or request of the prosecutor. Below is a list of my castmates who will freely give witness, blah, blah, blah.
Wait, I'm going to stop right there for a second. Okay. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's comment on that. Let's comment on this actual complaint. I have Monique's response to the complaint, and we can address that after because it was, like I said, there was a rumor going around that Candace never filed a police report or a complaint, as they call it. What are your thoughts, Plez?
Like I said, there had to have been a complaint to make a counter complaint. It's always just interesting to me when you see someone else's version of events. And as we always like to say, you have one side, Candace's side, you have Monique's side, and then you have the truth somewhere down the middle. Each person sees from their own perspective. What I like here, though, I don't like any of it, but what I can appreciate in her own handwriting, she admits to flicking the vest, because when We the People broke that down in all the different watchbacks, people were like, she didn't touch her vest, she didn't touch her. She did. Also, she admits to releasing the wine glass. That's a very nice way to put it. But, like I said, she's trying to soften the blow a little bit because she knows, or should know, any regular person, especially in the legal community, will say that this was mutual combat. So that's what I got from it. It's interesting to see her admit to some things in her own words that she later tried to deny. But yeah, there it is in black and white.
Very well said. Excellent observations, by the way. And that was the point of contention for Karen. That part in the report where she said she released the glass, they showed a little snippet of that during the episode. And Karen was like, my feelings on this have changed because Candace lied. I loved it. Schoolboy, what were your thoughts on this complaint that we finally have in our hands now? We can put the rumors to rest.
I mean, we all knew Candace was lying. Well, I knew Candace was lying. I mean, when you watch the playback and you actually look at what happened, like you tried to slice that lady, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't understand what it is that she was trying to accomplish with this, because they both, touched each other and it was equal combat. So I mean, if I was a judge, I would have been like, why are you in my court? Like, like you're in here wasting tax dollars when incited it, she started it. And still low key, I still say Robin and Jazelle instigating it from the back and doing that shove popped it off. Had nobody pushed, her from the back, we wouldn't have had this fight. Like, this was so unnecessary. And then to get in the court and then lie and then backpedal and peepop on TV is ridiculous. Like, this clearly was all about money.
Yeah, absolutely. Adam, what are your thoughts? Like I said, this was a rumor for a while that there was no police report filed. What are your thoughts?
I don't even know how that rumor could exist, because this is all public. I mean, these are public documents, right? So why would that even be a rumor that would begin to be circulated? Again, I thought that obviously Real Housewives of Potomac this past season really only focused on the Candace and Monique fight, but we've dissected it. We've pulled it apart, put it back together, and everybody has their opinions. But as for Candace and filing that lawsuit, I wasn't in her head when she was doing it, but it just seems like Monique, in my opinion, would be kind of a diamond of a target to go after, especially with the wealth that her and her husband have. It's kind of like a cash cow, you know what I mean? So now that you've hit me and you have these 4 homes, you have millions of dollars, maybe I can go after you and get a couple bucks out of it. That's what it felt like.
It did feel that way, didn't it? And so unnecessary especially when you read the penalty, 10 years.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
10 years.
Well, for this, that's ridiculous. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying for
Right.
second degree assault, it's ridiculous. But for this scenario, yes, that was silly. And also releasing a glass onto the thing. Like, I don't know what's more harmful, her hitting you on your wig or you busting a glass over the table and having it sharp. You know what I mean? Have you seen Mob Wives? People bust glass and like stab people in the throat with it. This is what? What's more dangerous? I don't know.
Really insane. Yeah, those ladies get down. They'll cut you. They pull out knives and all kinds of stuff. Bishop, what are your thoughts on the rumors that the complaint never existed? Monique jumped the gun and filed a counter complaint, which you can't do, as Plez explained, unless there's an initial complaint filed. What are your thoughts?
I mean, the word counter means something else that exists before it, like counterclockwise. Y'all do know how to tell time, right? So there was an initial way the clock used to turn, and then they turn the other way. But anyways, that's for smart people. But these rumors came from the Basset Hounds. You know, they want to stay with their queen. They want to do by any means necessary make their queen look good, but she can never look good because she's raggedy as they come. You know, she's a toe up and down mess. I mean, that poor thing needs therapy, and they'll do anything to allow her to and let her get away with certain things. Now, the only thing I love Candace for is when she gets Ashley together. Now, she's meant to stay on Ashley's tail. Now, that's what I love, because, Ashley used to love to slither around and try to act like she ain't do nothing, but Karen wasn't good enough to capture Ashley. But when Candace came along, 3rd season, the Candace was on that. And so I like Candace for that. But other than that, Candace is a loose cannon. So I'm like, it's just like your fans will allow you to do anything and try to lie on camera and act like folks ain't got their own eyes. Like, we can't see anything. So, and the production was so messy. They went against Andy. They went against everybody else trying to gaslight folks. They kept showing scenes that were, maybe snipped out, and they were showing that Monique was telling the truth when she was saying certain things was going on, because they was trying to make sure that Candace look good so they could push Monique out. So it goes to show you that people need to stop playing.
Yeah, well said. Absolutely. Now I have Monique's counter complaint, which no one's ever seen. It's never been published anywhere. And I'll share my screen and bring that up so we can read it together as a family. I want to acknowledge a few super chats before we get into that. Liz Labou, Simmons, I'm sorry. Hey, Teacup fam. Sorry I'm late, but so happy to be here. Love our fam. We love you too. That's very nice, Liz. Manifest Our Destiny came through with another super chat. Okay, all right. Thank you. Monica, you are the greatest truth seeker. Why, thank you. It's a very nice compliment. Melody, thank you so much for the super chat. Now that Monique is gone, she has no excuse to not focus on saving her marriage from her overbearing, emotionally abusive mama. Chris better watch out. Yeah, Candace better. Yeah. Hopefully she focuses on that. But I mean, I hate to say it, but Candace's growth has been stunted. She's still a little child. So, trying to play an adult. Yeah, unfortunately. All right, so let me share my screen and we will pull up the other complaint. This is Monique's counter complaint. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
So
nicely typed.
Right. Thank you. And God bless you, Ples, because listen, you have bionic eyes, okay? Or glasses or something.
I'm nearsighted, so I had to take my glasses off to read that. I was like,
Girl, you did that. So this first, let me just explain a little bit. This starts off with an email that Monique receives from Candace's attorney, and then it goes into the whole complaint. So, okay, I'm gonna let Ples do her thing.
Okay, dated Wednesday, October 23rd, 2019. Hello, Mrs. Samuels. Our law firm represents Mrs. Candace Dillard Bassett. We have been retained in connection with the assault and incident that occurred last week during filming. It is imperative that you and or a representative give our office a call immediately. If we do not hear from you, we will proceed with civil action in court as well as file a complaint. I can be reached at the number below or via cell phone. We reserve all rights of our client. Best regards, James L. Walker Jr. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is Jimmy Walker. I'm sorry, that's funny. Attorney at law, the Walker Building. Not Jimmy Walker.
And Monique responds to him, let me see, the same day.
Yes, the same day. My attorney is in a deposition all day today. We'll keep you updated. Thanks for your patience. He says, thank you, Mrs. Samuels. We look forward to speaking with your attorney. Best regards.
All right. And then it goes into the complaint. Now, Monique's listed as the complainant and Candace is the defendant.
Yes. So for Monique's application for statement of charges, same date, October 16, 2019, at Rocklands Farm Winery, 14531 Montevideo Road, Poolsville, Maryland, around 6:30 p.m. The above named defendant, while filming a scene for the Real Housewives of Potomac reality show, Candace Dillard Bassett, in her typical and routine belligerent fashion, began aggressively and loudly speaking to me as a result of a question the group posed regarding our friendship. I have tried for over 2 years to be a friend to her, and I got to the point that we would only be surface friends. This time was different. It's as if she... Keep going.
Okay.
Continued. Was baiting an argument and was determined to provoke and challenge me intentionally. I tried to keep the banter playful. I told her I could make this a song. I started to make a beat and I danced and I sang, "It's not mom shaming, it's a fact." She chimed in and said, "Well, I can sing it. You're mom shaming me." At this point, I'm standing on one side of the table, which is about 2 feet wide, She is on the other side of the table, more so in the walkway, and not as close to the table as I am. She's dancing and twirling around. As we're closing the scene, it's customary for the cameramen to drop their cameras and walk a further distance so they can capture the quote unquote wide shot. The four other ladies were standing around, barely paying attention to us because at this point it's very silly. One cast member was using the restroom. Even the producers were laughing. I was laughing. But then the energy shifted when she stopped spinning and twirling and walked over to the table where I was standing the entire time, got right in my face with her face and hands, and said something to me in a hostile tone. I then gave her a warning to back up from my personal space as I did not want to escalate playful banter into something more serious. I've seen firsthand what this woman is capable of. I've seen this woman use a knife as a weapon, fight her own husband as he tried to keep her from fighting another cast member, antagonize and argue with me while I was very pregnant, and even at our reunion taping, jump up off her couch and belligerently walk towards a cast member while yelling, "Shut the F up before I come over there and F you up." She's a person who enjoys being combative and she likes demonstrating aggression towards whomever she chooses as her victim. I've feared for my safety, the safety of my cast members, and the fans whom she engages on social media to the point that I contacted representatives of our production company on several occasions, alerting them of her aggressive use of words in person and on Twitter, and how I was not comfortable working with a person who could speak so hatefully. She then got right in my face and asked in a very threatening and challenging tone, "What you gonna do? You gonna drag me?" I, still trying to keep the tone playful, responded by saying, "Oh, you want me to?" The next thing I recall is Candace splashing her wine in my face, and then she used her wine glass as a weapon as it hit the left side of my face. The force from the wine glass hitting my face caused me to sustain a deep gash on the inside of my mouth.
Okay, let me keep moving. Here you go.
I grabbed I grabbed her by her wig and held on to her while the wine burned my eyes and I was trying to gather what just happened. I was in the state of shock, and my first thought was to defend myself from a person capable of using any item on the table as a weapon. I held her head down as best as I could while she reached for more items to throw. One of the producers, James Brangert, had to dodge a wine glass thrown by her, as it was coming straight for his face as well. I held her down and punched her in order to stop her from causing more harm to me and others around. I sustained a severely busted lip on the inside of my mouth and it bled profusely. It eventually swelled and the entire left side of my face, below my nose, was red. As a result of my injuries, I visited my dentist who checked the wound and my teeth to ensure there was no damage to the structure of my teeth. A statement on this visit is provided. Also, there were several who witnessed the incident and to the history of Candace's belligerent and uncontrollable bad behavior, including Ashley Darby, Karen Huger, Eric Fuller, James Brangert, and E.J. Dutton.
And this is a letter from Monique's dentist. He's a cosmetic dentist, and the work that was done. So here it is.
The letter from the dentist reads, "To whom it may concern, Monique Samuels came to our office on Friday, October 18, 2019. She was visibly swollen on the left side of her lip and cheek. She said she had an altercation and was hit with a glass on that side of her mouth. There was a laceration on the inside of her cheek corresponding to tooth number 11, her canine. We checked her teeth on that side for mobility and sensitivity. She said they had been mobile before and had gotten better. There was slight mobility, but no tenderness to palpation. We advise that she eats soft foods on that side and ask her to rinse with warm salt water as much as possible and to keep an eye on the cut for possible changes.
All right, folks. So that is it. Okay. And just for clarification, the people in the chat, because I'm reading comments, this is all new. We knew the complaints were filed, but we never actually have seen these complaints in such detail anywhere besides here. It's the first time. And also, like I said, I'm now bringing it up because so many teacups have said to me, there is a rumor going around that Candace didn't file a police report or complaint, same thing. And Monique jumped the gun and filed a counter complaint, which again, we've come to the conclusion that makes no sense. You can't file a counter complaint without an initial complaint. Plus, I mean, Monique is just, she even reads Candace in the statement. Belligerent.
She does.
Belligerent. I love it. What are your thoughts?
I mean, look, some people know how to use their words better than others. All of the adjectives, all of the flowery language, I thought I was there. She really painted a scene. And people can get mad all they want to, but when it's you versus me, I'm choosing me all day. And I'm writing it however I need it to sound. So yes, as I said in the beginning, her side, the other side, the truth is somewhere in the middle. Yeah. Both of them did a little embellishing, if we're going to be honest. But it's from their perspective. And as we see on this panel every night, y'all, we all look at the same things and come up with our own opinions and differences. So perception is a beast. At the end of the day, it got the job done. She also had some receipts to back it up with the dentist. It was a nice touch. It's also what happens when you have an attorney other than Jimmy JJ Walker representing you, honey.
AKA the ambulance chaser, from what I hear anyway.
As soon as I saw James Walker, I'm sorry, I have to get another. Maybe she's a little younger. Maybe she doesn't know the reference. But all I would have thought was they gonna think my attorney is Kid Dynamite. No, ma'am.
JJ Walker, JJ from Good Times. For those out there that don't know, that was his name.
James Walker Jr. Are you serious? I would have laughed if you wrote me a letter.
Oh my goodness. Schoolboy, what were your thoughts on Monique's counter complaint? I mean, the language. This is just, I could talk about this all night, okay? Because it's a key. Are you there, Schoolboy? I think she's frozen. Okay, Adam, why don't you chime in? I'm going to put a Schoolboy in the back and bring her back in.
I think that it's important that Plez pointed out that it seems like both parties definitely embellished, right? You can hear the way that it's written down. And again, like Plez said, it's written down in both of their favors, because if I'm going to go to court, I'm going to be team Adam before I'm team the person who's taking me to court, right? But I thought Monique had a great statement, and also Plez, I feel like I'm agreeing with everything that you're saying. You feel like you were there for Monique's statement. When Candace fights verbally, she's a very smart woman. She articulates very well. And I'm not saying smart in other ways, like the way that she lashes out on Twitter or calls people names, or she's not smart in that way. But I'm saying with her vocabulary and her education, you would think that she would have just as good or just as detailed of a statement as Monique did. Does that make sense?
Totally. Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Because she teaches me new words all the time on the reunion. Like when she says something and she screams it out and she's like, you need to learn this. And I'm like, oh, I need to learn that too. I didn't know that word, So I don't want to sit there and completely discredit and act like I don't learn things from her. As far as to me, she's like a little Webster dictionary. I thought it would have been a better statement. That's all.
I will tell you this though. Monique needs to go ahead and write novels, because the way she can tell a story will have you so intrigued and just, it makes you not want to watch TV anymore. Just read or listen to an audiobook, right?
And her, yeah, especially her binder time stories when she's like getting in that character and she's like, you know, she's narrating it or whatever. I'm like, wow, you're sucking me in.
Schoolboy, sound off. What are your thoughts on Monique's side of the story? Okay. Again, folks, I just want to put out this disclaimer. The reason why I didn't redact Candace's address is because that's her old address. She no longer lives there. That house is up for sale. And that house has also been on the Real Housewives of Potomac. So don't worry about it. I'm not putting out her new address, even though that's public information as well. Schoolboy, sound off.
I mean, of course. I mean, Candace is always saying somebody's hood radish. Well, I mean, her statement wasn't that bright. So that lets me know who's writing your lines at the reunion, because you dang sure ain't coming up with them words, because your statement was real Section 8 based. And I thought it was going to be so elaborate and, you know, just all, because it's Candace. I mean, you know, she acts so bougie, you know, and high maintenance. You know, I thought she was going to come with a whole good dissertation, but that just sounds like my 3-year-old nephew could have wrote that. I mean, what? I mean, come on, man.
Dissertation?
Monique had the better lawyer, of course. She got the money, you know, so you pay for what you get. I don't know where JJ Walker is and how you gonna be representing somebody from Georgia. You sound shady off the jump because you don't even live in Maryland. Like, ma'am, like there's a lot of good attorneys in Maryland. You went to Georgia. Smells like Dorothy was all on that. I guess maybe, you know, Dorothy had to, you know, since she the one paying for everything, you know, because they're broke, you know, they fronting too, you know. And then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, dang, she's going to school to get an MBA, and that's what she said. Is she going to the University of Phoenix? Where is she going online? Is she going to online school? I'm confused. But you know, hey, in the end, it got thrown out. Nobody went to jail. And Monique, if I ever need a statement, I'm coming to you. You know, you write my statement for court.
I also just want to say too, you know, I don't know if it was a product of all the sticky notes in those scenes where she was really just breaking down and losing it. And I don't want to be like a bully here at all, but there were some very embellished scenes where she would read the Post-it notes. And again, I don't want to tell anybody how they feel, but it would be like, you're going to be okay. And you're beautiful and you're strong. That could have been what landed her that role. Was it on VH1 or was it on, did you see that? She was in a movie. It could have helped her. It was on BET or VH1. Yeah, BET.
It was on BET.
Yeah. All right. So look at, she's not as dumb as everybody's portraying her as. She did something and she got something out of it, right?
Right?
Yeah, no, she is smart, but her nor her mother, as Schoolboy said, because that was definitely who paid that legal bill. They're not strategic. You can be smart, baby, but you got to be strategic in life. And though Dorothy may have had access to Jimmy Walker, she needed to wire some of them coins up to Maryland, because one thing about the legal system, you have to have home court, home field, however you want to say it, advantage. An attorney that's based in Maryland, their name is known. They have more credit with the court systems. They can use a little bit of their influence, you know, use what they got to get what they want. Massage a couple of, I ain't gonna say grease no palms, but you know, their name goes further than James Walker Jr. from some random place in Georgia. They don't know him. They're gonna dismiss that automatically, especially not automatically, but especially if Monique's attorney is more well known in the area. You got to be able to compete. We Titans. We go head to head. You can't come up here with whoever Jimmy Walker is.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, to your point, Ples, Monique had one of the top attorneys in the DC area. Okay. He understands local law. And from what I've been told now, word on the curb is Candace's attorney was trying to pick up clients in Georgia like Portia and Kenya. And he was trying to get on the show and telling them stuff like, you know, I can appear on the show and say this and say that. So, I don't know. They call him an ambulance chaser for a reason now.
I was about to say everybody is so thirsty. But you can't sit there and get mad at people's hustles. Like if he was doing that, it's kind of crazy because he's getting creative and trying to like step up his game and get more attention, get celebrity clients, right? But it's crazy what people will do. I'm never amazed.
Mm-hmm. Bishop, sound off. What are your thoughts?
I didn't know the Bastard Hound went after somebody on Reunion 4. They mustn't show that when she got up and tried to attack somebody, because Monique said that in her statement. So they've been doing a lot of covering for Candace. Now after reading that statement, because we the new Reading Rainbow over here. For folks that that can't comprehend, we'll break it down for you. Some people probably didn't know what counter meant, but we're here to help you. Thank you and God bless. But
okay.
It just you have to do an infomercial for people sometimes.
Oh.
I'm just I love Monique's story time. See, I knew she was poetic with her words when she told me when she said she was an MC on the show and she started spitting them verses. I like that girl's a good storyteller. She rapped like the old school rappers, and I loved it. Now she rapping on new type of beats and stuff like that. So the lady, she knows good. She know her words. She know how to paint a picture for you. That's what most artistic people do. And I loved how she allowed us to, even if you didn't watch the show, she painted you a picture where, God, this girl Candace is an evil. Why would she do that to that poor girl? You know what I mean? She had to go to the dentist and everything. And I'm like, that's a mutual fight. You have to sit there and think about it for a moment. But Candace went to school and she's no dummy, but she lacks common sense and she lacks she talked too quick. She don't think, she talks. And so a person like her is not intelligent. Just because you book smart don't make you intelligent whatsoever. It just show that you know how to, you're able to regurgitate information. But an intellectual person, what they do is they take that information and break it down to its most simplistic way that they can, and they able to regurgitate it to even a 3 or 4 year old. See, that's actually an intelligent person. But what Candace does, she thinks she's so smart. She thinks she's so witty and all this other stuff, which she can, get people together with her mouth. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I be cracking up what she do. But she talks out of turn, and it makes her look crazy because it's like, ma'am, like you went from 0 to 60 and we only at 20. Like, how did you get there?
Yes. Okay, mic drop on that point. Let me just acknowledge the super chat real quick. Marcella, our boo, thank you so much, my love. Candace wrote a check with that mouth that her wig couldn't cash. Absolutely. Singe, hey, boo. I know you're working hard and we hardly see you as much, but we miss you. Thank you so much for the super chat. No doubt this has already been said, but let me say it again. Candace wants to be the Kenya Moore of Potomac, and yet she hasn't accepted that Jazelle is the Kenya Moore of RHOP. Yeah, exactly. But Bishop, you made some excellent points. You're absolutely right. Being a wordsmith, which is what I would categorize Candace as, a wordsmith, she probably gets an email, a word a day. Those emails you get, or like with my little kids, I would say a word a day. You got to learn a word a day now, okay? And what does it mean? And use it in a sentence. That's Candace. That doesn't make you intelligent. An intelligent person can explain something very complicated to a 3-year-old in most simplistic terms. That's a smart person. That's not Candace. Candace is not fooling me. And now she wants to go get her master's. And then I'm pretty sure she'll get her online PhD so we can call her doctor. Child, it's a mess, okay? It's just a mess. Paige says, Plez is like me. When you're a good writer like myself and a lawyer like she is, we can appreciate good writing. And Monique's statement was superb. Yeah, it was a good statement now. Absolutely. I enjoyed that read. Absolutely. All right, y'all. And again, for the people that came in late, the address stated on the complaint, but Candace is her previous address. So she no longer lives there. So therefore, I'm not putting out anything new. All right, let's keep this train moving. Okay. In other RHOP news and rumors floating around, my buddy RJ. Oh, you know what? Before I even dive into that, let me give you guys a glimpse into Monique's binder time stories really fast.
Gather around the fire, boss squad. I have a story to tell about a woman armed with a binder who went viral and said farewell. Once upon a time in a faraway land, a binder was created, a huge key to a plan. The plan was to have receipts in order to back up the truth. People love to lie and gossip, but the binder holds actual proof. I'll share some binder time riddles where the truth is nicely hidden. Take a listen. You determine if the stories are fact or fiction. The people have spoken. They've sent requests. I've seen every last demand. Binder time stories coming soon. Your wish is my command.
Monique's a genius. I can't wait. Listen, okay? I'm on the edge of my seat for this binder time stories, okay? Monique's a genius. I'm sorry. She's an amazing businesswoman. Okay.
And after the binder time stories, as you said, Monique, she can do Monica, she can do some romance novels. She can just lend her voice to reading the novels, baby. I'm here for it. I like a good voice now.
Voiceover work.
Now,
Yes.
now,
Yes.
now,
And
do y'all
voiceover-
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say no, voiceovers make a lot of money. I actually, this is kind of off topic for a second, but I was in New York and I had a friend that I went out to dinner with, and she was like, "Oh my god, I have some exciting news!" And then she said, "Let's get a glass of wine." We got a glass of wine, and she's like, "I'm the new voice for Campbell's," and I was like,
Oh.
"Congratulations!" I didn't know if that was like a Campbell's chicken noodle soup, right? And then she showed me she got a $400,000 contract for a voiceover, and I was like,
What?
I was like, congratulations, you're buying wine. No, but I didn't even realize that voiceovers, Monique can make some money with that voice.
Wow. 400,000, you say?
Yeah, $400K for a voiceover.
Monica, you got a voice like that too. You better look
I'm
into
like,
it.
Yeah.
listen, I could turn into Barry White. Can I take up your penny?
you
Listen, I could turn into Barry White in a minute. Okay.
remember James Earl Jones got paid $1 million for 1 second read for CNN. Yeah, because they loved his voice so much, and that was back in the 70s. $1 million just for that about 4 seconds.
What? Oh my goodness. I'm in the wrong line of work.
But y'all remember when Monique got Jazelle together in her confessional and she said, "Ooh, she got a ghostwriter. She need a ghost reader." Y'all remember for the literacy thing? That was hilarious for the second season.
Yeah. X alias Nikita X. Thank you so much for the super chat. You guys help me relax as I do law school homework. I don't know about most of these shows, but you guys are my ASMR. Thank you. Hashtag legal teacups. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. And the interracial perspective, our love. He's so nice. Love y'all. Always enjoy the tea. Thank you. We love you too. All right. Now, Adam is here tonight too because our friend RJ put out some exclusive tea about a housewife on Potomac that's filming. So RJ posted this, and y'all know RJ on this channel. He's been on here before. He's great. Mia Thornton is her name, and she's filming. From what I've been told, Mia Thornton sent in an audition tape. A few people did, as a matter of fact, and Mia's was the most interesting of the bunch. So they did a few test runs with her, and she signed a contract, and she started filming. Now, I don't know how interesting her storyline is going to be on screen, because they may, for all we know, just scrap her altogether if she doesn't work out. And they've done that in the past too, or make her a friend of. So it's not clear if she's full-time or not. See, here she is with her husband, make a nice couple. They're beautiful, beautiful Black people. Here she is. She's a hottie. She looks good. It's real pretty. Yeah. She's a businesswoman, a mother, a wife. She runs several different businesses. Her major brand is beauty. What are your thoughts on Miss Mia, Ples? I mean, she has the look, but can she bring it?
That's what we have to wait to see. She's very pretty. The husband looks interesting. Looks like we have another age gap dynamic, a la Karen Huger and Ray Huger and Ashley Darby and Michael Darby. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I hope they have a healthier relationship than the Darbys, at least. I'm glad to hear that she has children. We don't really have any. I hope they're kind of, I guess, more like middle school ages kids. I like when kids like that are on the show, where you get a little attitude and see the family dynamic. Ashley's kids are too young. Monique's kids were getting up there good, but I like a good middle to high school where I can, see if the mama gonna do like our mamas used to do. Who you talking to,
Yeah.
So, if she comes in and she is showing reality, I'm here for it. And the girl is gorgeous. She's in the beauty industry. So, that's just going to ruffle little Miss Jazelle's feathers, especially if her beauty brand is successful. I want to see how they deal with that because they don't like dealing with other successful business women. So we'll see. She looks, just from those pictures, she looks like she ain't no punk and she won't back down. So I'm here for it.
Absolutely. And she's friends with Karen, is what I'm being told. So, she don't look like a punk. Hopefully she can give Candace the business. I'm hoping, calm her down a bit. Someone said, Symphony Love, shout out to you, Symphony Love, and all your support. And also shout out to everyone in the chat saying, Monica, yeah, you do have the voice for it. Thank you. Y'all have so much confidence in me. You boost my confidence level.
You do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Everybody's wanting you to take them out to dinner and buy them wine too.
and you have a very seductive voice.
Thank you.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
So I could do
the men would love to hear you read some Harlequin, honey.
Yeah. She like, I've been thinking about
I was thinking that, but Bishop said it. I didn't know if I was allowed to say that.
Yeah, you can say it. You can say it. Mm-hmm.
He's
All
like,
right.
yes, you can say I have a seductive voice. Yes, of course.
That's a very nice way of saying it. Absolutely. Monica, did Monique go through with the lawsuit and pass the holy whore? No, and he didn't issue an apology. But if he says he knows, he has a cease and desist. And I've been told if he says anything else moving forward, they will take action. But he hasn't said anything, right? I think he realizes that Jazelle set him up.
Well, to be fair, too, not Monica, Monique. I'm copying Ples on everything tonight. I'm doing Monica, Monique. Okay, so doing that Monique's Wednesday show with her, I saw that you did it, but last night I also did it with her, and I was listening to her talk about how a former friend burned her, right? Which we all know who that is. And she said that she had grounds for a big lawsuit. Like she could take her house away. She could pretty much ruin this woman, but she chooses not to. It seems like there's a trend here where, a lot of people, some people really like the court system because they feel like they can make a lot of gain really fast off of the backs of other people. It seems like for Monique, she has the opportunity to do that, and she's not doing that. She doesn't want to be a part of a court battle or this system. She just wants to kind of leave it alone and wash her hands of it. That's what the trend seems like here.
Yeah, I mean, it's expensive. Lawsuits are not cheap. I know everyone's like, sue happy. But if you're taking it seriously, lawsuits are very expensive. Good attorney, $20 to $50K a month for a case that's ongoing. It can go into the millions easily, especially if you're going up against a big powerhouse. But I don't blame her. And you don't want to sue someone that has less than you. What is the point? What's the point? I mean, what are you going to get out of it? Are you going to garnish the $5 a month they get from Social Security? I mean, it's just ridiculous. You know, after some point, it's not worth it. I'm sorry, Adam. Go ahead, love.
Oh, I was just gonna ask. Since we're talking about the new potential housewife, do we know, financially, like kind of where she's at? Is she more on like the Candace spectrum? Is her husband? Does he look a lot older because she has that Fallon Gobadia vibe from Real Housewives of Atlanta, where she got with an older rich man? I mean, do we know where she stands?
She supposedly runs 14 different businesses. That old man looks like we just put him back up on the screen. He is fine. I didn't want to say because I don't like talking about people's husbands like that, but he is a good looking man. He looks like money.
They look like a power couple.
They do, don't they?
And
she
really looks like, I keep saying this. This is like the theme for the night. I know Plez said this. I'm going to say that all night. But she looks like she has that kind of sass to her where you could see it in the face. And I did a little bit of kind of shifting through her Instagram videos the other day. I mean, look at them right there. I was shifting through her Instagram videos and the way that she delivers the topics that she's talking about and the kind of sass that goes behind it. She's sassy. But I do want to say one thing, too. I got so excited for LaToya Ali, and I know this is a different franchise, but because I watched her on YouTube, I saw how sassy she was and how kind of messy she could get. And I thought she's beautiful. And I've been so disappointed by her this season. So I hope that's not the same case here. But again, I don't want to go into a new season glass half empty either, you know?
Right. Absolutely. So what I know of her is that they really wanted her to start filming without a contract, which is so ridiculous, right? You can't do that, which they have done in the past. I think they did it season 1 to a lot of the girls. They had them start filming without contracts. And this was like a couple of weeks ago that they wanted her to start filming without a contract. I'm under the impression that she has signed one by now. But the production company is known for having, like I said, these girls film and then edit them out entirely, which equals no pay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they did that to Salt Lake City. They completely edited out a housewife after filming the whole season. We saw one glimpse of her. So you're right. They'll do it. Mm-hmm.
Mama didn't raise no fool. I don't play.
Oh boy, what are your thoughts on this sexy, beautiful Black woman and her man? I mean, they look good together, don't they? They look nice. They sure do.
Well, damn, she look good. I can look at her and.
Did you freeze?
Here for because I can't stand
it. You're freezing up, baby. I'm gonna pull you out and pull you right back in.
Can y'all hear me or not? Because there's a bad story.
Yeah, not really. I mean, we can now, but it's going in and out. No. Maybe reset the Wi-Fi and see if it works. I'm gonna pull you out, honey.
She said there's a bad storm.
Yeah. Bishop, what are your thoughts on Miss Mia Thornton? Let me put her back up on the screen.
She's no Monique Samuels, but just going in, just looking at her, I want her. I'm so glad you said that she's Karen Huger's friend, because we need to balance this out. Because as we found out, Wendy was sneak going to Monique and say, yeah, I would have done the same thing you did, after Monique told us what was going on behind the scenes. And then she ran over there to Candace, like, I had to be on her side. I'm like, I can't stand phony, fraudulent people like that. So I'm glad somebody's coming in the door as Karen Huger's friend, because we need Karen to have some backup, because we know Ashley is not going to have her backup. I mean, her back all the way through and through, because Ashley is a fence rider. Yeah. And I need somebody to be, hold the line and say, I rock with this person. You know what I mean? And I'm for right or wrong, because Karen is the same way. She rocks with people, but if you're wrong, she's gonna tell you you're wrong. You may be my homegirl, my homeboy, but you're wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm still your friend, but I'm gonna tell you what's right and wrong. Jazelle and Jezebel and Robert, they always gonna ride for each other. So why not somebody else ride and bang for each other as well? I want Karen and her friend to tear this whole franchise up. I mean, leave a blaze. because I'm tired of Jezebel and Robert. Honestly, I'm so sick of him, and I'm so tired of Wendy and her 4 degrees. She can go and rearrange her face all she wants to. It still ain't gonna give her a good personality. How you doing?
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
We've had, this could also go one of two ways. We've had in the past where housewives have come on these franchises, and I love this, and it's also really awful. But where housewives come on these franchises and they bring in a friend, and then they're like, yeah, I'm bringing in this person. Ladies, meet my friend. And then the friend ends up jiving with the group and then kind of forgetting the friend that actually introduced them into the group. And that creates a rift right there. We've seen it on Jersey. Lisa Rinna did it to Denise Richards on Beverly Hills for a check. We've seen it on Atlanta numerous times. Like, if this happens, poor Karen, though, she always gets the short end of the stick. Even though she can defend herself 1,000,000%, she'll come at you right back. But she always seems to just get shat on by like her friend. I mean, especially Jazelle wearing the tax reform shirt. Like, these are some awful moments that Karen has had to sit there through filming and kind of face them. So if this is her friend, I hope, like Bishop said, she stays with her and just they stay tight, because Karen deserves that too.
Yeah. Well, this young lady gives me Monique vibes. She's very pretty. She looks younger than the whole entire cast. And if she has Monique type of money, they're not going to like her. So she'll probably remain Karen's friend because, Jazelle always gets jealous of women that actually have a man and money. That bothers her.
And beauty.
Yeah. Yeah. Another light-skinned heifer. Oh, no, you are stepping on my territory. I'm the queen of light-skinned hair. Absolutely not. Yeah. She don't like that.
The new girl wins though, because she has fashion sense, honey. Fashion sense. Just based on those pictures, she can put an outfit together. See, Jazelle, that's how you wear sequin and sparkle and the glitterati and still look put together. That woman was laying in that black dress.
You don't just put it on a hat and call it a day?
No.
Oh.
or a skirt or your Gucci headband. Mm-mm.
God forbid this woman has beautiful homes and it's decorated nice. She may need an order of protection against Jazelle. Jealousy is going to be.
Can you imagine how bad do you feel? Again, I'm not shady at all. Sometimes maybe I am, but this is not shade. This is an actual genuine. I feel bad. You built this home, you refurbished this home, and then we see it in your confessionals, and that's how you decorated it. When somebody made the statement about her place looking like a Ronald McDonald place, and listen, this woman is pretty much a single mom at this point. She's raising her kids. I don't have anything bad to say about that. But when I'm watching behind her on a show that I want to be aesthetically pleasing, I find Jazelle to be pretty. I don't like her attitude. I think she's pretty, but watching behind her is distracting. It's like it is like a little purple Ronald McDonald house. It's kind of, it's off. It's off a little bit.
Have you seen the full house tour, Adam? Don't make me start on that house tour again. That house tour is classic. Huh?
I have not seen the house tour.
Oh my God.
Monica, do you still have it?
Please, Monica, please.
I have it. I can pull it up. Do we have to go through that painful experience again?
Was it painful or funny?
The whole tour was about 3 minutes.
I will pull it up. But
we didn't even get to see the kids' room because usually you want to see how the children's room look.
Right.
Those are usually the most exciting rooms. Not in like a weird way. I mean, like the way that they decorate them.
Yeah.
Well, God bless America. That's all I can say.
God bless America. Yeah. Schoolboy, are you back? Can you hear us? Or are you back, Schoolboy? I think she's stuck. Yeah, because of that storm. Listen, I'll pull up that tour. But how do you think? Comment in the chat. Let us know how you think Miss Mia stands with this group, just based off of a look. We don't know her personality or anything like that. I do have a video of her. Let me share my screen with you and pull up a video from her Instagram, and you guys can maybe. I don't want to make any judgments, but I'm gonna go ahead and judge her. She kind of sounds kind of airheaded. Hold on. Is that even a word? Let me
Airheaded. Listen, I'm all here
It
for it.
does. I was just
please.
girl.
Don't ruin this for us before it starts.
I know. Okay, well, you be the judge. You let me know.
So a lot of you all have asked me where you can find that workout video. So my bestie, I shared it that Juju was doing it. She just likes to do what mommy does. And then my best. Hey guys. All right. So a lot of you all have asked me where you can find that workout video. So my bestie, I shared it that Juju was doing it. She just likes to do what mommy does. And then my best. Hey guys. All right. So
she's fired. I actually take it back.
Friend actually likes her as well, but I wanted to just hop on and show you the results that I'm getting. We've actually been doing 20-minute workouts every day. Sometimes I do 2 a day. Yesterday I did 2 a day, so I'm actually friend actually getting a lot of action here, but her name is Pamela, and it's just a YouTube video, so you can stream it on your phone or on your television and have fun. And most importantly, just consistency is key. I also changed to getting a lot of action here. My diet, I'm not consuming as many carbs. I don't want to say that I'm not consuming carbs at all, because I'll be lying to you. I do every now and then have a deadly sin where I change my diet. I'm not consuming as many carbs. Sorry, I got cut off. Clearly, I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So based on that video, I'm gonna go ahead and judge. She sounds like an airhead, y'all.
Oh man, you ruined that for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like
No.
you did. You just ruined that for me, because I watched some of her videos before, and I think I watched maybe 2 and I based it off of that instead of watching a handful. You just showed me one that completely ripped apart my whole idea of what I thought we were going to get. I don't like that you just took that away from me.
That voice. Hey guys.
I knew it. I knew it in my spirit that she was an Insta wife. I knew it. But when you said Karen Huger's friend, I'm like, okay, well, we could do. Nah, she a flip flopper too. You know, them type of chicks ain't loyal, because it's like, and dance, and oh god, that Aisha Curry. No to Aisha Curry. We don't want her. No thank you.
You said Aisha Curry.
No Aisha Curry.
I didn't get that. I am here for it. She is going to drive Jazelle up a wall. She is coming for Giselle's crown all day, and she reminds me of like lightweight young Ashley. I now I'm wishing that, Ashley is in her mothering phase, but I wish she was still in like flashing everybody Ashley phase, because her and old girl would be bothering everybody. She's gonna bring fun and youth to the cast. I like it.
Somebody said she's too old to speak in that manner. Hey guys.
Well, that's true too.
That was some Larsa Pippen vibes, kind of.
Oh
like
god, that's even worse.
It's like 50 years old, and she's like, "Hey, you guys!" Like
I know.
like Kim Kardashian, when Kim K looks back on her days when she first started that show, and she actually laughs in interviews. She's like, "Listen to how stupid I sounded. Like I did my voice really soft," and she thought it was cute. It's almost like that's the same thing that we're getting here.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting
maybe she's an actress. Maybe she's playing the role. Y'all know what sells on the gram, and she is clearly selling things. Mm-hmm. So she got to put on her best voice to get the coin. I don't mean selling things like that up and out of my
cue that video again, because I can tell you exactly what's selling whatever in that video. There's 2 things there, and it's not what's coming out of her mouth. For sure.
But she's selling
wife.
the illusion that she worked out to get that body. And people buy it. We know they do.
It's not even that. Plus, it's the voice.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
That's a seductive voice.
No. She should have came like, hey guys, how you doing today?
No.
That'd have been a lot better.
No, that's what the shallow people that she said, like, that's what they like.
Wait,
you just referenced Kim Kardashian. Look how much money she made off of it. Come on,
that's true. Buzz is right, and I just want to make another reference here really quick. A lot of people think Gigi Hadid is absolutely stunning as a supermodel. They love looking at her photos, but when she talks like this. And people are like, girl, do not do an interview. Like, don't talk. Just run, jump, take a photo. You look beautiful, but don't talk. And it's, Plus is not wrong.
Same thing with Black China. Please don't talk, baby. No personality. No
another video. Do y'all want to see? Let's give her. All right, guys.
Another one.
Erase the thought of that video and let me play another one. It's the voice.
We'll give it a chance.
All right, it's the voice one. Let me share my screen. All right. Okay. All right. Let's try this one. Oh, there's no sound. Oh Lord.
That's even worse.
I know. Okay, all right, well, let's try another one. Let's see. Those are photos. Let's see here. Okay, she reminds me of a Kardashian trying to be young with this Instagram stuff. And I don't mind that. Just keep your mouth shut because the voice for me. Hey guys, I'm trying out this new the belly button.
It's like, hi guys, this is flat tummy tea. No.
What happened to what's the lady Vivian? I wanted someone a little more seasoned with some flavor.
Who was Vivian?
Vivian is you gotta go back and watch the video called Nigerian Scammer with Wendy Osefo's face on it. And that explains to you who Vivian is. She's Karen's really good friend. She's appeared on the show before and they were considering her, but I think Vivian's too busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go watch that video. That's some good tea that was spilled there.
But even think about it, Monica. Think about how this lady is gonna drive Wendy crazy. It's gonna be so much fun. Wendy gonna throw her degrees all over that lady.
And she's gonna be like, "You're still in debt and paying off those loans.
You're still in debt. Okay, I can see that. You're still in debt, and I don't like
you. Know what I mean? She's gonna be like,
"What's your problem?"
She's like, "That's cute. You have about $500,000 in student loans, and my car is about $500,000. So please take a seat."
You're not having a voice.
Voice.
You gotta have the question mark voice. Like, I like Jazelle, you're very pretty, but let's get you a stylist. Like, oh my God, how dreadful.
Yeah, but sometimes you like that dumb shade, like the dumb shade, not dumb shade, but like the kind of surface, like, oh my, like when somebody's reading somebody and it's that surface level. Like, for example, again, a different franchise, but on Real Housewives of Atlanta, LaToya Ali saying that Drew Sidora looks like she has a cat on her head because her wig was all jacked up. It's like, you can't get that mad because it's surface level, but you know,
something like Dorit.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, especially when everything is so heavy.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's the lips for me. You know, this is a blow up doll.
It wasn't the lips for me. I told you there's two things, and it wasn't her two lips.
Just say it, Adam. Just say it.
I cannot say it.
Oh, it's her breasts.
Oh, that, yeah, probably.
And her curves.
Adam, when you want to say it, you have to say tig old bitties.
Tig old bitties.
Yeah.
Tig old bitties. Yes. Wow, that was fun.
Yeah. Child, yeah, okay. Moving on from Miss Mia, can we please address Wendy Osefo? Have you guys seen her lately?
She looks stunning.
Is she morphing into Jazelle? Her complexion looks extremely much lighter than the Wendy we saw at the reunion. Harper, who this lady? What is going on here?
I told you she turned to an ashy feline cat. Didn't I tell y'all?
And look at her here real fast. What in the world?
She's turned into Candace.
No, but I think what happens, like I always say this too, what happens with a lot of these housewives, they come on in their first season. If you always watch a housewife her first season and then her second, third, fourth, or fifth, the glam totally changes. It's one of the things that I'm most excited about for seeing the second season of Salt Lake City, because these women came on into a rookie season. They weren't used to having the cameras hit them at all angles. Whereas, like, for example, Karen Huger, do you remember what she looked like at the beginning? Because now she's always been a beautiful woman, but now she's like showstopper, as opposed to when she first came on, you were like, right?
That's true. That's true. Absolutely. I don't know. Plaz, what are your thoughts on this new Wendy? The lace fronts have changed. The makeup is much lighter and cleaner. The nose has now, it's looking European. I mean, what is going on?
Did you say lace fronts?
Yeah, that's a wig. Her lace front wig.
Lace fronts have changed.
Yeah, I am definitely all for progression and people looking and feeling their best. It saddens me though that she thinks she needs to alter or by makeup or otherwise her skin tone. She was a beautiful, gorgeous chocolate woman. The hair needed help. We drug her about that hair and those Jermaine Jackson edges, Eddie Munster edges for the whole season. So I'm glad she saw that and she stepped her game up. I'm not here for the abuse of the banana powder though. It's 5, 6 shades too light, and it sends a bad message. You know, one thing that I love about the franchises that we get that are primarily African American is that we get the whole, bevy of our hues, every hues, every hue, and she's taken her hue out of our beautiful melanin rainbow. So I don't like that. We have Karen, Jazelle, Karen, Jazelle, and Robin, and now seemingly Nia have have that shade on lock. You do you and be you. I did love that black Gucci bag though. That was gorgeous. I just also hope that she won't allow fame to overtake her sensibilities. They cut you that check. Don't go creating golden handcuffs, which means like a lot of football players do it, right? They tell you, oh man, you made it to the NFL. NFL minimum is what, 350, 500,000 a year, something like that. And so these football players get this money and they want to live like they have the Tom Brady contracts, and they don't. But it's because people tell them, oh man, you're in the NFL, so you got to get the house to match and the car to match and the labels to match. So Wendy, you need to make sure you get debt free with these Bravo checks while they're rolling in. Leave Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada where they at, honey.
I think it's too late. I mean, first of all, she looked like she lost 50 pounds. The wigs are blonde now. The teeth are new. The Gucci bags have upgraded. I think it's too late. I think it's far gone.
But she just gave birth last time too.
Well, I mean, she looks like a stick now. She got implants. These are not her boobs. They weren't that big last season. They weren't like that at the reunion, unless it's a padded bra. But listen, I think it's too late, Plaz. You think she can be saved?
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, look, she looks gorgeous. So if this is what makes her feel better, have at it. But for me, like I said, especially the skin part is where I just weep and I take issue, because it sends the message to little brown girls that their beauty isn't enough, that they need to be something different to be liked and accepted. And that's not cool. So I know it's hard though, being on TV with millions of people critiquing you every day. And I'm glad, like I said, that she fixed some things. The hair definitely has come a long way, but you could have fixed the hair without the blonde and auburn highlights. We were just talking about the edges, girl. You didn't have to go get full on Farrah Fawcett.
But I also want to say though, Dr. Wendy Osefo is not a lifer on Housewives. She doesn't. To be fair, she doesn't really have what it takes for people so far from what we've seen, people to totally invest into her and really want to keep her around. I feel like maybe she lucked out this next season that's coming up because Monique stepped away and they had to kind of figure out casting and last minute whatever. But this is her redemption season. If she doesn't do great this season, they'll cut her. And if she does do okay, kind of mediocre, they'll, like Real Housewives of Orange County, Emily Simpson her and kind of bench her, keep her as a housewife, let her be somewhat of a voice of reason in some capacity if she can deliver that, and then eventually cut her. I mean, she's not, I don't want to be rude, but she's not, like, she doesn't deliver it like the other women. She kind of gets annoying and talks about her 4 degrees.
Well, I think that's part of her allure. It's so ridiculous. And so it just keeps us talking. And the more people talk about how ridiculous she is, the more they'll keep her around.
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous when you mention Degree so much that Degree, the actual deodorant company, reaches out to you and lets you brand ambassador their product. That you mentioned it that much, that Degree, you're that proud? All 4?
Yeah. Well, she's doing something right. Okay, so people ask for the before photo. That's it. That's the before Wendy, and now this is the new Wendy. Before Wendy, new Wendy.
It just looks like she contoured with very, very light makeup.
And that's sad. If you are a proud African Nigerian woman, why are you wearing makeup 10 shades lighter? Why are you wearing blonde wigs? I mean, be proud of your culture. Be proud. Be an example to other Black young girls out
Karen Huger wears black wig, or not black wigs, blonde wigs.
Karen Huger wears wigs that complements her complexion, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, it complements. She's of a lighter hue, and it complements her complexion. Now, you know, I like Wendy here with the dark hair.
Yeah,
it complements her.
Yeah.
To right off what you're saying, the way you look, you can't. Every color ain't for everybody, and what we try to explain to most people is that her darker hair color actually complements and makes her look good. Same thing with Katy Perry. She made me mad when she went blonde. I'm like, lady, you look better as a brunette. Blonde ain't for everybody. It's just not. It takes away from your beauty sometimes. And same thing with some chicks that's better blonde. They try to be brunette, and it's like, no,
yeah,
you look gothic. It doesn't fit you. Mm-hmm. And it's just a problem when people are not happy the way they look, the way God made them look. And the problem with Wendy, it was inevitable it's going to happen to her because her mom is an ashy feline cat. I'm sorry, her mom is a bleacher. You can tell her mom is a bleacher. And you can just she looks like, the perfect example, Little Kim. Her mama, like she bleached like Little Kim bleached. So it was going to happen to Wendy after a while because the way she looks up to her mother, and also the way she gravitates. Not saying there's anything wrong with her gravitating towards light-skinned people, but it's like to me, it's like she would kiss Jazelle's butt and push Candace out the way if Candace didn't help her through the door.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm. Let's take some calls.
Can I ask a question really quick?
Sure.
Did Bishop just call her mom an ashy feline cat?
Yeah. That when you bleach as a dark-skinned person, you begin to look real ashy.
Ashy feline cat. I'm learning so much, by the way. I take it in. I'm like a sponge. I want to know. Lace fronts? I didn't know what that meant. Ashy feline cat.
Adam, you are killing me.
Oh, ashy feline cat. What? If somebody said that to me, I'd be like, what? What did you just call me? Ashy feline cat.
Elsie, hey boo, how are you?
Good.
Finally, how you doing?
Good, and you? Hey, Ples, Bishop, Adam.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Doing well.
Is here. I love her.
I love her too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I won't be long. I just want to call in and say hi. I told you I would finally call in.
Finally, yeah. How you doing, boo?
Good. I love your show. You guys be having us laughing so hard. Les, I love how logical you are. Like you always are the voice of reason. Bishop, I just look for you to come through every time. And Monica, you already know that I just be waiting for you to be somebody.
Cancel that bitch. You're satisfied. Oh, you are so supportive and so sweet. And you've been telling me for a while that you were going to call in, and I'm so happy that you finally did.
Well, thank you.
Okay, that smile is everything. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
But I have two things to say before I get off and let other people call. I don't want to be on too long. But have you guys ever thought that Candace probably, despite her acting like a child, she probably has some type of complex because she is kind of like the middle child between her parents? Because doesn't she have like an older brother through her father? And then she has a younger sister with her mother. So it seemed like she's vying for attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who's that way?
And she's just, I don't dislike any of these women because I'm not that invested in the shows. I just, because I watch for you guys every time. But, and then the other second, I think I might have mentioned this before, but during the initial fight, did you catch someone saying, "Don't let her go"?
Don't let her know.
Go.
Part. Don't let her go. What part was that?
When Monique initially had Candace down and they were screaming for her to let her go, you can hear someone in the background saying, "Don't let her go."
I need to go back and watch because I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, I will try and screenshot it and send it to you because I'm an observer and I caught that. And Aaron and I both, we rewounded it and did you catch that? And it sounded like it was Jazelle actually.
DM me the clip if you can, if you have it.
I'm gonna find it and then I'll send it to you. And then also, I like how Candace was saying that she is on medication and she's traumatized, but yet she still has a lot to say about people. And she's always, as Monique said, belligerent in the way she talks to people. But did no one pick up the fact that she said he brought her brown liquor? And did Dr. Wendy not say, "Oh, hey, you're not supposed to mix liquor with medication"?
I remember that.
Well, I forgot. She's not a medical doctor. No one's calling her if they have a heart attack. So.
Shady. Can I ask you a question? Do you have this particular live open in another window anywhere? Like on your phone or on a TV? Because it's like a lot of some feedback.
I have my phone. Let me close that. Is that better?
So yeah, a little bit. It's a lot of feedback.
Okay.
I don't know. It's probably just could be my internet or something. Do you hear that? Yeah.
But I don't want to keep you all. I just want to call in and say hi. Send you love you all.
Love you too. Please call back in more often. Okay, just so I can see that smile.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Bye, boo. Bye. Bye. Hey, Adam.
Hi.
Hi.
I just popped on here and I've seen your channel and I saw the actual Monique interview a while back.
Okay. Good.
Loved it. I'm gutted that she's gone. I think she was the definition of a Potomac housewife. You know, she had it all. I don't even know why Wendy was on the show. Like after 5 minutes, I just got bored. You know, we got the message. You have a PhD, big deal.
Right.
I just don't think the show has it without her. Ashley and Karen and her were like the core of the definition of a housewife, but Jazelle is, you know, the Kenya Moore. The thing is, Candace wants to be the Kenya Moore because they both won the Miss USA, but Kenya Moore's the realist, whilst Candace is a phony. She lies about her house. She said, "I'm going to get this 2.5 mil house." Is her house worth 2.5 mil? No. It's worth under $1 mil. I just don't think don't think much of Candace really, and Robin needs to go as well. They need to do a whole revamp. You know it, and the thing that I find funny is that it's the same with Beverly Hills. Andy Cohen wanted Denise to stay because, you know, she's Denise Richards. You know, I want the Denise Richards, Charlie Sheen's ex, to stay on the show because, you know, hey. He also wanted Monique. Yeah, they had that production issue where the producers were just like, okay, this is complicated. They don't want to be with Monique. However, we know she's the one with the Instagram followers. It's just like how Candy Burris is the most followed housewife because, you know, she was the definition. But if Andy wanted these people so bad, why is he playing games? Because in both reunions, he tried to go in on them, yet these are the stars that he wanted to keep. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And Andy he's trying to keep his job at this point.
Yeah, and Jazelle, Robert is not the definition of a housewife. She's the definition of a struggling.
I love that you keep calling her Robert.
Yeah, Robert. Yeah, you know, Robert.
I'll be Adam Cohen.
but she's not a housewife really. I think people don't know what the word housewife really means. It means someone a wife that works from the house. And Robin, she's a struggle bunny. It's like you have to go to work, ma'am. I'm not saying there's anything wrong going to work, but you're not a housewife, really.
Wait, I think that what Bishop is saying too, by the way, yes, a housewife is technically, sure, maybe it's a housewife that doesn't really have to work or they stay home, whatever. But I think in a Bravo glamorized version of that, like I do sometimes when I do my lives and stuff, I'll have people who come on and they're completely left or completely right. Some people want to see these housewives come on and be more relatable. We want to see a broke housewife really mucking it in New York, trying to come up in the world. And I don't want to see that. I mean, I have broke friends. I have a lot of broke friends, you know? So I know what that side looks like. I want to see the glamorous life, like the inside of these homes where the bathroom door is glass. You close the door and it fogs up and all of a sudden, boom, your toilet doesn't only like wash your, you know, it washes your whole body. Your chandeliers are coming out of your bathroom. I want to see that style of housewife because we've somehow swayed off a little bit and we've, I think, sacrificed that for personality or somebody who's going to give us higher ratings. For example, Leah McSweeney on Real Housewives of New York. She doesn't have it all the way together. If you watch her interviews, her bedroom is the size of like probably my bathroom and I don't have it together. So that, and I understand it's New York, you know what I mean? But she doesn't have that extravagant lifestyle. So while it's fun to watch her run around naked and throw tiki torches, it's not really anything I haven't seen. Like that's like my friends on spring break and Palm Springs, or you know, it's the same thing. I want to see the glamour.
I think, you know, for whatever reason, Charisse burned her bridges, but Charisse initially was that person of the original cast. I think she had the most traditional housewife lifestyle. She didn't have to work. She devoted her time to taking care of her children and philanthropy and kicking it with girlfriends and building that wine room or champagne room or whatever it was. That was the level of fabulosity that these shows need. What I don't like is when they initially, it's one thing if like in Charisse's case, you get a divorce during the show, but when you cast, like, honestly, why was Jazelle was only cast for her face and for her connections to Potomac. She should never technically have been cast. She wasn't married when she got on the show. So I don't like that they stray away from people who aren't actually wives. To me, that should be a basic prerequisite to get on the show.
Yeah, but there, just to piggyback off of that really quick, there are so many things too, and I think since we're on Potomac right now, Monique has even said this. There's not like an HR or there should be like an HR that's involved with Bravo, because we see some Bravo celebrities held to a certain standard that other people aren't held to, and it seems like that line gets very blurred for some reason across the board. When it comes to being an actual housewife, we're dealing with Real Housewives of New York. Again, a totally different franchise, but I'm just referencing it. There's not one woman on that show that is an actual wife. Not one of them. Not one of them are married. Not one of them is a stay-at-home housewife. None of them. So what is the prerequisite? At this point, it really is. You just have to come in with this explosive personality and be able to ruffle the feathers of 2 out of 7 of these other women.
Yeah. Adam, thank you so much for calling in. Are you in the UK?
Yes, I'm in London.
Okay.
I have one last question though. It's a bit off topic. Did you all see the next to come on the Real Housewives of Atlanta mid-trailer?
We did. We're going to get into that because that's like a whole nother discussion, and my backstage is completely full. But call back in because we're going to talk about that tomorrow.
All I'm saying is that Kenya Moore is on the run. Like she's got a game on hand.
Yeah. She's
nice.
a mess.
Nice speaking to you.
Nice speaking to you. Have a good evening. Bye. I'm gonna bring on Opal. Hey, Opal.
Hello. How are you?
Hi. How you doing?
Hold on, you guys, because I can barely hear, and I have you guys on my TV. See?
Yeah, it's gonna be feedback. You got to turn it off.
Yeah, hold on, just 1 minute.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
You got to turn it off because there's feedback and vibrations. And all
okay.
Hold stuff. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm. Better. Okay, thank you. Hi.
Hey.
Not today. Come on. Something's up with my my sound, so I'm sorry.
It's okay. What are your thoughts on the tea spill tonight? What are your thoughts? Let's get into it.
Oh my goodness. Can we get into that tea? So, it's really a woman versus a little girl. The little girl to me, Biloxi, Candace, talking about all this hood rag, yell, all that. No, you're from Biloxi, Mississippi. Stop it. And wait, did you say something?
Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. Man, Monique. I love Monique. That's a woman. That's a smart woman. And really because of Bishop, I did order that 42 Laws of Power. It was because of you, Bishop. So I'm just not reading up on that. So yes, that is a really smart woman. And especially her husband, that's a man. That is a man.
Indeed.
Especially when in the reunion, when he said he plays chestnut checkers. Come on. That's a man. Unlike Biloxi, and I kind of don't like to call her by, of course, Candace. I like to call her Biloxi because just a reminder where she's really from. She has no sense. She has no sense. She has no sense at all. Even with all the education that she has, the pageant thing, even with that, ruins the mindset. Even pageants, even the beauty industry, even in my opinion, and that's really why I stopped wearing like makeup and decided to lock my hair and all that. I mean, all this going natural. And even looking at Wendy, like, come on. Like, I understand I'm a light person, but Wendy has 4 degrees. I am blessed to have 4 grandmothers, okay? 4. and they're all darker complected than me. So I consider them all beautiful. Even Monique.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't she half Nigerian?
I think her ancestry is from Nigeria.
I kind of figured that because of T'Challa.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think T'Challa was from Black Panther.
No, I'm talking about the bird T'Challa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sis, I'm gonna put you.
I know T'Challa's from Wakanda, but I'm talking about the bird T'Challa.
Don't hang up, Opal. I'm gonna put you in the backstage. We're having some technical difficulties on this end. Hang out. Don't go anywhere. Hey, Bonnet Cutie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Just studying while watching y'all, even though it's probably a terrible combination right now, but y'all are just cutting up. Adam, I love watching you with Richie during the day. I hate when I miss your lives because I'm at work and I end up catching them later. So keep up the work with him and all that.
Hey, thanks. Can I ask you a question really quick?
Yeah.
Is your name only Bonnet Cutie on here right now because at the moment you're wearing a bonnet, or is that something to look for?
So they basically called me this because the first 2 times I came on here, I was wearing a bonnet. So anytime I come on here now, I literally either will wear a bonnet or probably a scarf. I might lay out my hair one day, but that's when it looks good.
I think Bishop called her Bonnet Cutie. Let me see.
Yeah, I called her that.
But what I really want to get into is, so that woman that's supposed to come on Potomac, her name's Mia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is how I feel. I agree, like, her voice is so annoying, all this jazz. She's like that Instagram model person, but you know who, if she's who I think she's going to be when it comes to the franchises and stuff, I think she might be the Phaedra of Potomac, for the sole fact that, you know how Phaedra was so like low-key shady and she'd do like those little quick little jabs at people when they like say some smart little stuff. I feel like she's gonna be her. Like how you were saying, Bishop, on what did you say? How like talking about Jazelle and her fashions, like, oh well, you, and like be shady like that, like I guess like privileged girl shady. I guess that's how I can think of. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think that's what she's gonna be on the show, and I'm for that because she's gonna ruffle Giselle's feathers. She's gonna, like you all said, she's gonna ruffle Wendy's feathers, talking about like you have all this debt, but like I'm driving a car that's as much as your debt type stuff.
I really hope
who else might she ruffle? Like just, and even with Ashley, she might honestly get under Ashley's skin with a few things because I feel like she's not going to hold her tongue this season, and I hope she doesn't. I really, really hope, and I'm so excited for her to be on there to replace Monique because, like y'all said, she looks like she's another version of Monique. She looks like she has the money, she has all the businesses. I saw somewhere I think like she has 12 cosmetic places. Like she's doing the dang thing. Like
14, yeah. Chiropractic.
Oh, it's 14? Even better. Like,
yeah, don't forget those extra 2 on there.
The money resides. Oh, sorry, Adam.
I'm telling y'all, I just think that voice is for Instagram. When I see that husband, I know a reformed street man when I see him.
Don't get me started. Ooh.
He ain't nothing but an old Detroit pimp player hustler.
Ears are up. I'm about to learn something.
No, he ain't nothing but an old Detroit pimp player hustler. He probably had on some gators with that black suit. And to attract a woman like that, she ain't no, you know, she's putting on that dumb blonde act for the gram. I think if she really gets into somebody, you're going to see all of Mia come out.
And you know, and if that is her, she might be the Portia of this franchise.
I hope so. And you're right. He does look like a reformed street dude.
It does, and it's crazy. I think, and it's like, you know, what's like with us talking about that, I feel like she's gonna be on some real code switching stuff. Like if she come on, like she's gonna act like that for like her little confessionals, but when the season comes in, it's gonna be on. And I'm so ready for it already. I need to come on.
And you know what tells on her? It's her French manicure nails. That's an old school, classy black mama. Y'all know the old school classy black. My mom used to get her nails done like that. You know where she like, welcome to such and such when she at work. You know this such and we call her. She had to use the company name, and she's like, boy, didn't I tell you sit your tail down? And then she look around. She's like, hey, how you doing? What I say?
I'm telling you, everything gave it away. That old Pepper Beard, he ain't nothing but a thicker Peter from Roa. And then they riding in the car like Bonnie and Clyde playing Miguel.
All right, players, now you got me thinking now, okay? I'm getting my hopes up again.
It does look like Fallon Gabadia and her husband, though, kind of, in a way. Like, it looks like the same sort of dynamic, and
True.
I hope, though. But Fallon, though, is super sweet, and she comes in and she's like, I'm not going to let you guys ruin something that I have because you guys are all jealous of me, so she won't really engage. Again, she wasn't even at Stripper Gate for Atlanta, right? She probably got a heads up on what was going on, and she decided to not be a part of that part of the filming. I feel like if we get somebody like that, it needs to be a no holds barred conversation. They need to come in hot, like just come in and know you have the money, know you have the man, know you have the man that Ashley Darby doesn't have, but now she has a family and she knows that her man looks like the bottom of a shoe. Know that you have the money that Jazelle wishes she had, but she never will. Know that you have this and come bring that confidence in, because at this point, when you bring in a new housewife, none of these housewives can say, I am joining the Real Housewives without ever watching the Real Housewives. They've seen the Real Housewives, which means come in and bring it. It's almost like America's Next Top Model or any other show, reality show. Like when you come on, you have to bring it. If you don't bring it, you're cut. This is no different.
Well, I mean, she was interesting enough for them to choose her from her audition tape. So that tells you something. Okay?
Yeah, but what were the circumstances too, though? Monique backed out kind of, I don't want to say last minute, but she backed out. I don't think they were necessarily expecting that. Like in Monique's words, that little check, I don't need that, you know? So she backed out. Who knows if they already had started filming, made a plan, and put so much money into it, and they were like, oh no, we have to cast somebody like now. And it got down to the wire, as opposed to really taking the time and finding an appropriate cast that worked.
I heard there were a few tapes, but she was the best. I heard there were a few, but she, did her best. Michelle, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm late and missed all the tea. Love you guys. We'll catch the recording. Love you too.
I like Adam here. You need to come through here more.
Hey, I'll keep you around.
That was great. Oh, also, before I go, cannot wait for those bedtime stories.
They're gonna be good. Yeah, they're gonna be really, really good.
Oh, I'm excited for those. I'm so messy. I'm sorry, y'all, but
did you say that you're studying right now?
That's why you're here. Okay.
Read abroad in Old English. I'm ready for it.
That's how you know she's just so such a creative person, such a creative influencer. Like when Andy was trying to throw that shade at that reunion, no sir. Mm-hmm. So intelligent, so creative, not your typical housewife, has a man that loves her, has children that are beautiful and love her, a bird that's obsessed with her, don't let no one touch him,
T'Challa from Black Panther.
Bonnet Cutie, thank you so much for calling in, my love. The backstage is completely full at this point.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Christina, thank you so much for the super chat. I really love this panel. This is my daily entertainment. Love you guys. We love you too. Schoolboy, you're finally back. Yay. Do you want to, I have that video, by the way, of Jazelle's house tour. But before we dive into that, what are your thoughts on, did you see the whole morphing? You missed it. Okay. So you don't have any thoughts. Okay, on that.
I can't comment on something I don't know about.
Okay, but you wanted to come on. So what do you want to comment on? You tell me.
Did you see the pictures of the new housewife?
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Okay. Okay.
You like her? You think she's gonna be a good fit? Her husband remind me, like you say, he a cat daddy.
I hope I see the husband in the fedora, man. That'll be my homie for life right there.
I mean, hopefully it sticks. I don't know. It may not. I don't know. It may not stick. I don't know. She looks aesthetically good, but we'll see how it comes across when actually gelling with the actual group itself. That's where it's gonna really make or break the situation. It's okay that we're seeing her, but if they scrap her, then or she's just in a few scenes like Fallon and she's kind of interjected here and there, but she doesn't really bring anything. She might not make it. I mean, she might not make it. I don't know. I don't want to get excited about something and then they take it away.
That's what happened with me and LaToya Ali.
I mean, I'm not. Potomac is not something. The women that I would want to see on there are not really gonna get on that show. So, I mean, she looks a lot younger than anybody on that cast. So that's number one. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, even if she's friends with Karen, that's still some generations missing in between that time. So how well is she gonna get along with everybody else? She seems a lot younger. I don't know if she has children or not. That wasn't said. So this should be interesting. I mean, but she kind of typically looks like anybody else that they would choose for a housewife, you know, just aesthetically wise. I mean, she looks like anything you would see on any reality show. I'll say that. So I thought she would be something. I thought they would pick somebody different out of the box. I mean, you have already two light-skinned women. I just thought that they would choose something different. I would have chose Vivian, but Vivian has too much going on, and I don't think Vivian seemed like the way her personality was explained that she would not be a fit for anything like this. Like, I think reality TV has this one cup of type of women, and I don't know. I hope she stays.
Miss Hines, I love a reformed street man. You always eat. No lies detected. Singe, are you going to put your camera on?
Oh my goodness, can you hear me? I am so excited to be on this panel. It's the first time, and I cannot tell you how excited and a little bit nervous I am.
Okay, Singe, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I thought it was the other Singe, the moderator. Please turn your camera on. We have to have cameras on because, unfortunately, due to some rotten apples in the bunch that bomb people's lives with porn, I have to see who you are. I know who I am. I'm going to keep mine off, but you have to turn yours on. Yeah,
because you're the host.
Absolutely, I can do that. I pay the cost to be the boss. Absolutely.
Not paying the cost to be the boss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Just for those that didn't know. LL, how are you, my love?
I'm doing good. Blessed and highly favored in Canada.
Amen. Oh, you cold. Ooh, child.
Baby, but I'm warmer than Texas, though. I'm still warmer than Texas.
Really? Goodness gracious, really?
Well, I'm actually from Mississippi. Like, so when your other caller was like, Candace from Blessed, I'm like, hey, Mississippi ain't that bad, but she is. Like, Candace
It's not.
is like bless her heart. That's what we say when you can't help somebody like her. I just need her to grow up because literally she met her match in Monique, and she met somebody who is about that life. Candace looks like she went all through high school, all through elementary school, grade school, just talking real smack and never had to fight. Like she went to a private school and just never had that head tap. You know, I can't speak for everybody, but some of us have had our mouths red checked, our booties couldn't cash, and we had to meet them at the play yard. And some of us didn't win. You know,
right?
We got humbled. You know, God humbles you through different means. But I'm like, girl, you do realize we all are watching the footage at the reunion and we watched the fight. People broke it down into GIFs. Like, you could see where you messed up. Like, girl, I would have more respect for you if you could be like, look, I lied, I messed up, and I own it. She lacks accountability. I just need accountability in life. And you're going to continue to be on this platform, girl, have some accountability because you're not Kenya. At least when Kenya throws the rock, she don't hide her hand. This girl has been spraying Portia and poor Tanya on every platform she can get her hand on. She right there with it like a gangster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You may not like her, but at least she's honest with it.
That's true.
But let's pray for the new girl. I hope she's interesting. To me, when I first saw that picture of her and her husband, I'm like, okay, you're what Karen Huger would be, and like if she was now. Like you look like a young Karen Huger and Ray. Like if Karen went to college and started her business now. So I hope you bring it. You've watched these shows long enough to know, girl, don't come here being boring, and don't bow to Jazelle. Jazelle only got on the show because of Jamal. In all honesty, because Jamal was Mr. Chocolate messing with Phaedra. That was the reason she got put on the show, because she tried to get on Housewives of Atlanta before she moved her butt back to Potomac. So, like, don't let this girl fool you. Don't let her boss you around. You already see she can't dress. Her hair is trash. She looked dusted. Come for her. And then Whitney bring her, and if Wendy or whatever bring up her degrees, talk about the millions of dollars of debt she has and the fact that she's nowhere near Potomac. Girl, you barely in Baltimore. You have no money.
That's true.
I mean, quiet as it's
kept.
Quiet as it's kept, loud as it is. Potomac is not the richest part of Maryland. You act like Howard County isn't wealthier, like Springfield. And let's go over the river back to Virginia, where the real wealth resides, and Loudoun County, where every house is like $1 million plus.
Chevy Chase, Silver Spring. That's not, Potomac's not rich.
It's not.
It's not. Unfortunately,
it's not real money.
It's not rich. I mean, it's nice, but it's not rich. Like if you want rich, like affluential people that you want to go to those areas. My mom used to drive a lot of the high rollers to the casino from around that area. So that's no. I mean, it's cute.
It's cute.
Yeah,
it's affordable. I'm looking for wealth.
And that's why I'm mad it's not called. That's why I'm mad it's not called the Real Housewives of DMV. It would have made more sense if they would call it that.
Right. Yeah. Like I don't see any filming in Tyson's Corner. If anybody knows about the DMV area, where does the money reside?
Tyson's Corner is one of them. Mm-hmm.
My mother-in-law works in Tyson's.
It's just like, come on, bring me some wealth, bring me some personality, honey. I just want you to give me some life, because we lost Monique, and Monique was that girl. Monique, they wrote a whole season off this girl's back. She needed an extra check for the way she carried the season. So you got to come with it, because all we're going to be left with is Grizzle. We're going to be left with Candace old childish butt. We're going to be left with Robin, one who is Michael's lover on the down low, whatever. I need interest. I need something interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
No,
you definitely are from Mississippi when you the nickname Jazelle Gristle. You the gristle off of that bone, girl.
Girl, that neck. I'm like, when Candace broke out that book and read her the filth, she gave 3 necks. I'm like, see, that's how you know you didn't even want to be in your own skin. If you could have crawled into a rock, and if you could have ran away and disappeared, the girl would have.
LL, thank you so much for calling in, my love. You are funny.
Child, when you're from Mississippi, you done seen a few things, and you know real tea.
So Canada, that must be kind of hard for you, huh?
No, girl, I'll be honest with you. I was one of those people who broke the website when Trump got elected. I was like, look, I see how this may be going. I'm gonna take my chances crossing up. I'm gonna, for the love of the ancestors, I'm gonna do what Harry did and take my butt home.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's the smartest decision you could have did. I should have left too.
Girl, I didn't think it was at the time. Like, look, I watch enough history. I hate to say it, the game don't change, only the players. And certain things I saw happen, I was like, this is not gonna look good. Now I was questioning myself. And then stuff started hitting. And then the pandemic, as some people say, happened. But let me tell you like this. I was actually, I came home in February. I was telling my family, look, going through the airport on the Canadian side, they made me wear a mask and they took my temperature and stuff. I was like, y'all need to be careful. Y'all got to start getting ready for this. And not even a month once I got back in like late February, everything was shut down.
Jesus.
Wow.
You know, they were offering people to go live in Barbados. They were paying you to go live in Barbados. Like if you wanted to go, you could go live in Barbados. I was like this close to going. I was like,
I wouldn't blame you. I would not blame you.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got the money for it.
All right, LL, thank you so much. And you stay warm because I know it gets very cold up there. Very, very cold.
You can always wear a jacket. You can't take off your skin when it's hot.
Yeah, that's what they got Central Air for, though.
All right, y'all. Be
love. You take care. Okay. Bye.
Blessings.
Bye. I'm gonna add Alicia to the chat. Hey, Alicia.
Hi.
Hey, Alicia.
Hi, everyone. I'm from the DMV area.
Okay.
By way of Oklahoma.
Okay.
A family from Mississippi, like the lady was just mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
But hello, Ples. Hello, Monica. Look, Monica, I used to do your number when I worked HR. I would get on the phone and be like, hey, how y'all doing? You know, certain ones just to play with or whatever. But I love it. I noticed you really using your voice once they started egging you up. But you do have a great voice. I love it, especially when you begin and be like, and pleasant. I love it.
Thank you.
But high school boy, how you doing? Hi, Bishop. What I want to say about Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm gonna actually see what you all say after the season begin, and that's when I'll determine if I'm gonna watch it, because I was so frustrated with the reunion by how they treated Monique, to where I would, in every chance I got when I seen you all show, or when she was on different platforms, I kept saying, please don't sell yourself. It ain't even worth it. They're gonna spend things the way they want to spin it. So please don't sell yourself short trying to gain their respect or trying to stay strong. But I'm glad she was able to see before the reunion ended that, yeah, it ain't going to end well with her. They're done with her, and they were determined as to getting rid of her. And it's like, don't be nowhere you're not wanted, you know? So I'm going to wait on you guys and All About the Tea to see if I'm going to watch Mia and whomever else on that show. I love how Monique is she's very talented. She's very kind-hearted. And, it's just a shame, that for money, people would want to, sell her short, or she dims their light because she shines so bright. So I'll wait on you guys. And that's all I had to say. I didn't really want to say much, but keep doing what you all doing. I be loving you all's conversations. Where Marcella at tonight? It ain't Friday night yet. Okay. So, and is that next Friday? When is it, Monica? As far as the
definitely not this Friday. Probably next Friday. I have to coordinate with the folks and see when everybody, can get together to do it. Probably next Friday or maybe the Friday. I'll let y'all know. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Thank you all so much for All About the Tea. You all are great, very wise and insightful. And look, how Bishop was saying, you had the common sense and all that other stuff in with it. But thanks a lot.
Bye.
Have a great night. Bye.
Bye. Let me see here. Sarissa, is that how you pronounce your name?
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi. How are you? Hi guys. Hey Fliz. Hey Hey Bishop. Hey Monica.
Hey my love. How you doing?
I'm good. This is my nightly routine, watching you guys and my cocktail of the night.
I love it.
So I just wanted to say about Candace. Candace is a very smart girl, and we all know that she's smart, but congratulations, you can conjugate a verb. Whoop whoop. However, you don't have any life experience. You haven't lived. Like my auntie would always tell me, just keep living. And Candace has to keep living. And that's my biggest issue with Candace, that she's not humble enough to realize that she really could be learning something from these ladies that she's on this show with, instead of trying to just be this bull in a china shop. Like you don't have it yet, baby girl. Just hold on. It'll come in time. And that statement proves my point. You ain't even smart enough to, form together a statement that makes you sound as smart as you want everyone to think that you are.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's just sad. But hopefully this new Mia girl, Mama Mia is what I'm gonna call her until we see what she's bringing. Hopefully she can give us something, because Monique definitely left a void, and I'm sad that she's gone. But like she told Andy, that little check, you can go wipe your what with it, and I'm glad she told him that. So hopefully Mia gives us something, but I'm not. My hopes aren't high with this Mia chick. They're just not.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna see what she's like. We'll give her a chance. We gotta give her a chance. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, only saving grace for me is her reformed husband, reformed street dude. I like that. That's it. So based on that, I'm gonna give her a shot. We gonna figure it out.
If he's a reformed street dude, like Player said, and Players, I'm right here with you. We see each other.
Mm-hmm.
How much of their lives are they really going to share? Because it's only so much you're going to be able to tell the national viewing public if if your funds ain't made honestly, work ain't honest, but we don't know.
I'm hoping he's really reformed though.
Yeah, no, girl, he reformed. He done used all that money and invested wisely into trucking companies.
Like Russell Simmons.
Oil and gas.
He's been delivered.
And all his money's being washed in his wife's business.
Yeah. But she got 14 of them. Oil and gas, logistics. He out there in the big bucks.
Gas station.
I just want to know, like, what makes him fine? Because he looked like somebody's grandfather.
Oh,
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, child. Ooh.
It's really the attitude.
That's the lesbian coming out of me. I'm sorry.
For me, it's there for me. Ooh.
Yeah, it's the bald head, it's the salt and pepper beard, it's his whole swag, it's them rings on them fingers. Again, I know what she do when I see one.
Yeah. It's definitely Detroit, it's Cat Daddy. It's very much
Cat player hustle.
Right. Mm-hmm. Show me something. Show me, teach me, love on me, all of that. I need it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I'm this little naive country girl. Teach me the game.
We are spirit animals, Players. I promise you. I love you. Yes. I'm with you.
The older men be getting it like that. The old
they be getting
it. The ones that look like him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Not the ones. Yeah. Not the ones that look like married husband from Housewives of Salt Lake City. Not them. The ones that look like him.
Right. He look like he make the back of your knee sweat. Okay.
He look like Eddie Levert. He probably can sing a little tune.
Yes.
It's
very Midnight Love. It's very Midnight Love.
Play right there. That's a different kind of play. That's a different kind of play. I don't know.
Yeah. He seemed like he'll get in the Cadillac, get that fedora, get that pinky ring, and say, "Go, let's put that old school in," and then he smokes with cigars. But he be in the car with his girl with that. You like, "Hey girl, how you doing? Come to my car right quick."
We don't know. We don't know how old she is.
She look like she in her late 30s, trying to be younger than what she is.
Yeah. She's probably late 30s.
Yeah,
probably.
And then they also said she has 3 kids, so she's probably late 30s.
Yeah, she's probably in her late 30s.
Yeah,
probably.
Who knows?
She's probably got him a little bit younger. Like I'm telling y'all, he just something about him. I like it.
Girl, nobody knows the only one. I'm in. I'm all in.
Little Monica dived in.
Yeah. Sarissa, thank you so much for calling in, my love.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
You are beautiful. Please call back some more. I like your spirit too.
See ya.
Bye, honey. The intro is so perspective. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sorry, Schoolboy. There's Schoolboy. We love great discussion panel as usual, but I don't see it either, Schoolboy. Now, Juan Dixon, he fine. Okay. Mm-hmm.
But Juan got a girlfriend. He don't want right. So we can't count Juan. Matter of fact, Monica,
yes, that's exactly what he looks like. IBD, whatever. The man looks like he drinks off that purple bag. Yeah, he does look like a Crown Royale type
don't
of man.
talk about the crown like that. I like the crown though.
Y'all remember in the after dark, allegedly when we were talking about playlists, old boy gets in there and puts on that Teddy Pendergrass and Marvin Gaye, I Want You, and he be singing.
Yeah. Maybe the Barry White too. The Barry.
And also that Fire and Desire by Tina Marie.
And some Isley Brothers. He gotta float on with you, you know.
In between the sheets.
Yeah. Also throw in some LTD in there too. Y'all know LTD? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. All right. Lindsay, thank you so much for the super chat. His inner street finna come out if shits pop off. Yes, that's what I like. I'm ready. You hear me? Girl,
Does she really do talk like that? Like an airhead? Like that's her real voice?
That's her business voice we're starting to come to.
We're hoping it's her business voice now. I'm gonna bring Opal back on. Hey Opal, did you get your technical? Oh boy, here we go. Okay. All right. Trey. Hey, my love.
Hey, we was waiting for this brother.
Trey done got his chain up. See, Trey, you got the Cuban links. You know what it is.
The chain gang.
Street dude.
Chain gang.
Getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Hey. Y'all wrote my notes on my W-2 forms. Haven't done my taxes. I'm too turned up. I ain't filing these taxes yet. I'm trying to get all I can out the government.
Girl, boy, I just got both of my stimulus, okay, and a paycheck.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey,
I'm mad.
Well, let me go ahead and get started.
Go ahead, get started.
Is her name Mia? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing her name right. Well, Mia, I think that she's going to be a great addition to the show. She's very beautiful, like very, very beautiful. Her husband reminds me of a pimp named Slick Back, you know. That man right there. When I looked at that photo, I said, "Oh yeah, they don't want to push him to the limits because he gon' crash the boat.
That's right. Now, did the song pop in your head about Rihanna? Chick better have my money.
She better have my money, you know.
Y'all remember when Nene's husband Greg was in Mexico? Because you know Greg is usually calm, cool, and collected. But when Peter Thomas was acting like a bee that he is, remember how that thug jumped out at him? That's what that remind me of.
Yes. But that statement that Candace wrote, that's like a B, C, D, E, F, G. And then Adam go say she's like a Western dictionary. More like a thesaurus. Dumber than a box of rocks. Patrick could have wrote something better than that. Okay? Monique, I love the way that she tells stories. When she tells the stories, she pulls you up in there. It's like a James Patterson book with her. She pulls you in there and she tells you about the stories. Jazelle is always trying to act like that she got this, she got that, but ain't her husband, don't he like the sweet meat?
That's what they say. That's
what they said in the street. Hey, he liked the sweet meat. Let me put that on my chain real quick. I put that on my chain.
What sweet meat mean in the chat. Explain to them what sweet meat means, because not everybody knows.
If the sweet meat mean you like your the same sex, basically.
Right.
That's what the sweet meat mean. But that statement that she wrote was very pitiful. I don't know why she thought that she was gonna win the case with that. That was not it. And then JJ Walker 877 Cash Now, where you at, man? Like, where is you at? He sounded like he had pimped her out of all her money, and she's sitting up there looking like a clown, because the casing got thrown out. But yeah, that's basically all I got to say. I really don't watch the show like that. I like Karen, she's the grand dame. I think she's the only one that really got the money on the show. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this today. It ain't that much, but it is what it is.
It is. It is what it is. Oh my goodness. And what are your thoughts on Miss Wendy Osefo? Ooh, why am I echoing? You don't have this open someplace else, do you?
Oh no, I shouldn't have you open anywhere else. I shouldn't have you open anywhere else. Stop laughing at me.
You crack me up.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the boy over there.
Oh my God. Trey, I can't with you. But what are your thoughts on Wendy morphing into Jazelle? Because that's who she's pretty much turning into or trying to be.
She needs to stop with whatever she got going on. She gonna end up like K Michelle with the Jello shots. It's gonna come out of her nose this time. Might come out of her side of her cheek. She better stop all that.
Yeah, it's getting outrageous now.
We want to look like Jazelle though. Like, come on now. I wouldn't even want my worst enemy
Did
to
she get
want
that
to look
nose
like
job
Jazelle.
or something?
Yeah, she got the nose job. That
I
thing
told
starting to
somebody
look like
that,
a
you
little.
know what? Somebody that I used to work with tried to shade me because he talking about, well, I'm in a group with her and, she's my mentor. I'm like, ooh, you
She your
mentor
mentor?
somebody that's in debt? That ain't cute. But he was like, I'm going to ask her. I was like, well, ask her. He never came back to so she must not have told you she got that nose done.
I like the sweet meat. What? Wait, I don't like the sweet meat, sir. Y'all gotta stop. And to your viewers, because some of your viewers have found my Instagram and they be up there, they be jumping into my inbox. My girlfriend do fight. I'm just gonna let y'all know. She does.
Oh, she like to fight?
Yeah, my girlfriend, she's a fighter. And to the bars, because the bars been attacking me too. Bars, I love Nicki Minaj. My girlfriend, she be up there making me memorize some of the bars in the car with her. My legacy would never be undone. I'm a prodigy, IP Thornton. You see, I love Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
So don't be up there attacking me, bars, because they was like, you said it was the Onika voodoo, got everybody thinking she doing witchcraft and shit. So I don't need y'all in my Instagram
These people. Y'all, teacups, y'all need to behave yourself.
They need to behave. I said, what I do?
Come on now.
Those might not be teacups.
Yeah,
them
you
teacups.
ops in here now too.
We got some ops in
too. Yeah.
Some ops. Well, ops, please don't show up at my house now. It won't end too well.
I know that's what I'm saying. You leave with a
see
beat
this
down the
chain
bullet.
right here? I'm in the chain gang. What them slaves used to sing?
Exactly.
The chain. No, that's not what they used to sing.
Trey, I'm gonna let you go, boy. Bye. I'm gonna call you later. Bye. Oh my God, Opal, do you want to? Okay.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay, but you still got the TV on in the back, so we're gonna be.
Hey, see you guys right there on my TV.
Okay. Listen, before y'all call in here, you don't eat edibles. Put your blunts away. 1 drink minimum. I mean, please. Okay.
One drink minimum at the door. We're taking $5 off the top.
No dark liquor, please. Listen, just stick to the white stuff. I do this coconut Ciroc, maybe a little red wine or something, Cabernet Sauvignon. But y'all be doing too much. The edibles, no. The blunts, no more than 1, okay? Because this is getting outrageous. This really is. Hey, not paid by Monique.
Oh my God, I can't. Monica, first I missed you all.
We
missed you too.
How you doing?
And do you know if Robin sent a fruit basket to Monique?
Robin sent a fruit basket to Monique?
Shouldn't she? Doesn't she know good manners?
That would be proper etiquette.
Yeah.
Because Monique left.
Right, she saved her job. That would make sense.
Well, yeah, I think Monique leaving saved her job, so she needs to send Monique a little check, maybe. Or not that she needs it, but anyhow, like it's crazy. I feel bad for Mia. She looks stunning. Her husband, oh my God, he's really a tall glass of water. It seems like, but I feel like she has Monique's shoes are so big to fill. like Monique is gorgeous and she has a great marriage and she's successful, but we also learned her to have a good heart. So I think here it's going to be where Mia is going to struggle, like like absorbing all Monique's fan base. So unless I think it's going to be hard. It's an uphill for her. I don't know. She looks like she's a bad ass chick. I hope she checks Jazelle. And it's just like I wish Bravo wasn't shoving Jazelle down our throats still. Like, why is she in that thing called chat room? I don't know. She doesn't add anything. She's not married. And is she bringing Jamal?
No, I think Jamal's staying in Atlanta.
Not in the phone. Not even in the phone.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he won't even be in the phone this season. He's learned his lesson.
He won't kiss her through the phone.
So Jamal's not coming.
Paige, Mia, she's black.
You can tell.
Yeah, she's definitely black. She looks 100% black.
She's gold, black gold. She is. She's great. But we don't know her. We know Monique now. And, I'm not being biased because of my name, but like, it's going to be hard to have a replacement. I think she's really irreplaceable because very few of the housewives who feel like they have a real marriage. And they're like the Barack Obama and Michelle. They didn't have any scandal like amongst themselves, although they tried to, but nothing sticked. So because I think if there was any truth, they wouldn't have survived like so many other marriages.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel bad for Mia because like Monique is irreplaceable. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's give her a chance. I mean, out of respect for her husband, okay?
Right. That's what I was going to say.
Let's give him a chance. Okay.
And she's successful. Like I feel like Jazelle, she had the problem with Monique because she had 4 houses. Oh my God, this one, she has 14 businesses and some of them are beauty businesses, which are still thriving through the pandemic. So everything about Mia canceled Jazelle and everything that she said. So she's going to be using Dr. Wendy. Oh God, she has, I can't believe she's still on the show. I can't.
Yeah. Miriam, I know we're gonna have to. It's a mourning period, and no, to me, in my opinion, Monique's not replaceable. But we'll see how these new girls work out. You know, we'll see.
We'll watch.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll watch a little bit. We'll see. Okay. I miss you, my love. You have a great evening.
Bye, guys.
Bye. She's so much fun. I am gonna bring.
Oh Lord, he gonna read everybody and their mama.
Shades on too. Here we go.
Yeah, awesome. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey Bishop, Les, Schoolboy, Miss Monica. Okay, you know what? After hearing the little complaint that Miss Bassett made, all the verbs, the nouns, the punctuations, the commas. We all know she did not write that. We know she had a ghostwriter. I'm surprised that she even counterpart in some of those languages. But honey, who I really want to get to tonight, honey, I won't talk about the new housewife if she becomes a new housewife. I want to see the hood meets the Beverly Hills. That's who I want to see. And also, I just want to see her get on Gizzard next real good. Be like this since she was promosizing the workout thing. Honey, I want her to give one to Jazelle and be like, honey, I want you to try to get all that fat out your neck and get some of that fluid off your knees. And maybe, because someone said maybe Robin would actually like her. Yes, honey, Robin could actually like her. Because she also could like the cookie factor, because we all know her ain't going nowhere down the aisle. Because look, we all just know they ain't even going down the aisle. But you know who she also remind me of? She remind me of Brittany Wilson off of White Chicks. just by how she talking, how that little light bubbly. I want to tell you guys all about this certain product. This is gonna be very interesting. I just want her, even if Wendy try to come at her, will be like, honey, don't even talk to me. I'm not $5 million in debt. Make sure you check yourself before you wreck yourself, sweetie. And you know what? Her and Ashley could actually be very good friends. Because look, they both married old men. It said one married an old white man, one married an old black man. But you see how the two get intertwined. You know, they can actually get on good terms. And you know, she actually also could check Miss Candace, because she would look like she'll get her check real fast. But honey, you want the life that I have. I have money and you don't. You got to go run to your mama while I'm over here riding in the Mercedes. You over here riding in the Volkswagen. This is going to be very interesting to see how this guy interact with all these people. But I just, honey, I got money and you don't. I can afford to live off the show and you can't. I'm because you know what? I want to see the housewives. I want to see who lives beyond the gates. I want to see who lives in the gated community.
Yeah.
Well, honey, we do all that. Everybody be gone. Half the cast be gone. But we know Robin needs this check. We know Gizanet needs this check because she over there sitting in the cabin in the woods. We all know that Robin needs the check and she still owe her money to IRS. I hope she pay her taxes this year. The IRS is cracking down on people. That is a good question. It'd be funny if the government actually take that sentence and be like, until you learn how to pay your taxes, you ain't getting no money. You ain't getting no money over here. But that's my say.
I spy with my little eye a new poster back there. What's T? What's T? That black frame over your other shoulder.
That's
That's new.
Yeah, and then I also have another one in my poster. I have it on another on my side.
I mean, let me tell you something. You can't put nothing past us over here. We know. We know you redecorated over there. It looked nice too. It looks
I started doing that Saturday. So first I gotta get another because I have a lot of baby pictures of myself. So
all right. Listen, after this read, I need to go to bed, child. I need a drink in bed. But I gotta bring my girl Princess on because we're gonna close the show out with Miss Princess.
Can I ask the world greatest entertainer a question? Are you saying the new girl's gonna say basically, I do what I want and you do what you can? Is that what you're saying?
Basically she can say, I can do whatever I want and you can't because you broke. You ain't got no monkey. You ain't got nothing. Honey, why you over here scrambling for change? I'm the one here over here owning the restaurant.
Ooh,
Lord.
Them catfish dinners ain't selling, I heard.
I thought he was actually selling in the first place.
Poor thing. It's a recession. Okay. All right, greatest entertainer, my love. We will see you tomorrow night because I know you'll be calling in to read these heifers down again. Okay. All right, baby. Bye.
Yes, honey. Just let me know what the topic is.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Bye now. Conscious Beauty 80. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of Nigerians have a better than complex. Not surprised Wendy is turning occasion persuasion. I guess Caucasian persuasion girl. I guess you got to be Cajun first, right? And then you turn into the Caucasian. Okay.
Jazelle's Cajun. She's from that
Creole.
Yeah.
She can be Creoles. I think she be Creole, and then you turn into the Caucasian. It's getting there. And you know what? I don't want to generalize all Nigerians because they're not all like that. Dr. EVA is Nigerian, and she's very humble, super kind, super sweet, great personality. She doesn't seem better than, and she's a real doctor. Okay.
And she's beautiful.
Yes, the spirit is so nice. So it's not all Nigerians. We can't generalize like that. Let's not do that because they'll be mad at me. We not all scammers. You know that title I have of the video where I call Wendy a Nigerian scammer. Oh, good Lord! You would have thought you'd have thought I said all Nigerians were cursed or something. They really got into me. Oh, goodness gracious!
They call black people ghetto. I'm like, okay.
Thank you. I caught you.
What happened to Princess?
Princess is coming on. She's chilling. She coming. She'll be.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I just for me, I personally love Monique. I think that's the general consensus anyway. But I also really, really like Candace too. But when it comes to like which one I love more, I love Monique more. But like whenever Candace is like getting at the other girls, like I'm sorry, like I love it. She always comes with the good reads and everything.
She does.
Now Jazelle, I'm not gonna lie, like when the show very first started, I loved Jazelle. I was like, oh, she's beautiful. But as the show went on, like me and my boyfriend were watching it, and she just started doing some real fucked up shit. I mean, some.
You good? All right. It's all right. You just gotta be careful.
Some real, just real shicey stuff. Like she would always like start stuff and then like, act like it never happened. She would always do this thing where they would ask her about it and then she would look around like, like what, and she was trying to think up a lie at the time. She'd always try to come up with some stupid excuse. But Karen is just probably the most perfect housewife out of all the franchises, in my opinion, because she never does anything wrong. Like she always, is true to herself. She never lies about anything. If she doesn't want you in her business, she's going to say, stay out of my business. It's none of your business. Don't worry about it, And I don't think anybody really cares about Robin. Like, like I've never, ever liked Robin. She's the most annoying person. Well, never mind. Ashley's the most annoying person on the show, but I can't stand Robin because she's just like the person. She's a wingman, So
yeah,
I just can't stand Robin. But yeah, but I'm gonna hate the fact that Monique's not coming back to the show. Like it's gonna be kind of boring because she was the best housewife aside from Karen, so it's gonna be kind of lame. But I'm looking forward to seeing the new girl Mia or I forgot what her name is, Mia or Nia, whatever.
Mia Thornton sounds like a big name, doesn't it? It sounds like Gilligan's Island, Right? Thornton. Okay, child. Like Marlo Hampton. That's not a real name. I mean, that's her second name. That's like her legal second name, but that's not the name she was born with. Marlo Hampton. Come on now. Yeah.
Speaking of unpopular opinion, I love Marlo too. I know she shouldn't. I know people get tired of seeing her on the show, but I love Marlo.
I love Marlo.
Yeah.
And
I like your personality. You're always so upbeat and just full of life,
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna wrap things up. I'm gonna bring Princess on. I have a bunch of people to call and gossip and spill some more tea. It never stops.
I wish I could be a fly on your wall.
It never stops. It just never stops. All right, Q, you need to call in more often. I love the smile, the hair, the teeth, everything. Okay?
Thank you.
You're Bye. Bye. Princess, my love. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Hey,
I'll wait for you, Monica.
So sweet. So sweet.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Princess.
Hey.
I'm sorry I missed Adam because I was going to say we're going to have to bring him to the picnic because he looks like he would be fun. As soon as he learns the lingo, he's going to be all right, okay?
Princess, before you start, let me play this house tour because everybody keep asking me about the house tour. Let me go ahead and play it real quick. It's only 2 minutes long.
Monica, you gotta call Adam and tell him to watch the end so he can see this house tour. I wanted to see his reaction, baby.
I will text him right now.
And if you follow my Instagram, you see I found Jazelle's couch.
Yes,
I
seen
that. At the Latino furniture store,
What?
I found the couch. Y'all.
I
She
told
found
you
it.
to sell that
She
stuff
found
down the street for me. I wasn't playing.
Oh, Lord. The Latino furniture store.
And Monica, could you do one thing for me? Could you read Princess' background for us?
Moderators, handle that. Cancel that.
I love it.
That was too much. Okay, I will make the screen full, and we are going to get into this tea. All right. Okay, wait a minute. Let me turn the volume up.
So, this is my entryway, okay? And people, don't judge me. It's not all the way done yet, okay? But stay with me. Now, this is where my kids eat. My lovely chandelier, which I love and looks beautiful. Here is my kitchen. So what I did was there was a wall here and a wall here. I just gutted it all, opened it up. I cook all my victuals in here, you know, my award-winning dishes. Yes. And that brings us people to this area affectionately known as the West Wing. Here we go. This will be a hallway that will allow you to enter into the West Wing. Okay, so here is where I sit with my children and just scoot it on back and put my little feet up and just relax. This here, not that you asked, but Jazelle is a beauty business mogul. She is an author. She is a mother to 3 extraordinary daughters, and she is a literary award winner. How you like me now? This is where my children reside, and we're not gonna go down there because this is their domain, and we all know they haven't cleaned their rooms. Okay. So I think for now, I'm done with y'all. I think for now I'm done. Sayonara, also known as goodbye, also known as I'm done. Thank you very much. Bravo TV, I love you. Thank you for coming to the Enchanted Forest. See y'all.
Say what now?
Girl, every time I watch it, I see something new. Now I see why she calls it the Enchanted Forest, because it is just a complete cluster. Every time I see something different. Did y'all see the big old school phone on by the pink wall? Then when she was just walking out the door, there was like a 3-horn windpipe church organ thing by the door in gold up against all of that white. I think it was so many different mirrors. If you look down the hallway for the girls' rooms, I'm like, girl, you are just too vain. All of these mirrors, the mirrors on them tacky mirrors on that pink wall, the mirrored vases all over the place. Everything got a mirror on it or bling. It's
And
you know what I noticed? You get y'all the Dollar Tree frames, the picture frames.
Yeah.
Those were Dollar Tree mugs too. In the that were draining in the.
How dreadful!
I mean, how do you have all the mirrors and don't use them?
You know what I noticed this time is the daggone TV. The feng shui of the living room is different. While she was like, "This is where I lay back," but how you got the couch facing left, but the TV is behind you? Like you don't even go in there, man.
Yeah, it just. Oh, Lord. Oh, child.
I need to
And then she's mixing like super, or I guess trying to be super modern with all of that glass and rhinestone encrusted in the 2 different dining table seats. But then you got the country farm chic with those checkered kitchen things, and then even she had the checkered vase that matches the kitchen set on that glass table with her tulips in it. It was, oh Jesus Lord.
I want to sue her for harassing my eyes.
Yeah, it's an assault. Yeah, absolutely. Can we press charges?
It looked like something out of Alice in Wonderland. That's, you know how they were on. What were they on? Acid for that whole movie. That's what that house. Walking into that house feels like.
I'm glad she getting them extra 13 episodes of checks from Bravo's chat room. I hope she do something with that money and please get you an interior designer that you can afford, because that's terrible. I mean, I could have did better going to Home Goods. That was ridiculous. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm just glad they didn't show that pink chair.
It was downstairs.
I think she just got the pink chair because when she's on the chat room, she's up against that brick fireplace with the pink chair. That's how I told y'all. She's a master. She's masterful. She gonna be able to write all of this off on her taxes. She made it where she can have a live set. If you want the rustic look, here you go. You want the modern wall, here you go. You want the trendy pop of pink, here you go. Like, she can shoot all kinds of stuff up in that house.
Yeah,
And they want to shoot up her house.
The little demon, as Bishop will say, Goldilocks, the three bears, y'all stay away from over there, okay? It's the cabin in the woods. Don't go near.
Hansel and Gretel, she might feed you something. You might can come down.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Hoover fan, thank you so much for the super chat. Sticks and Stuff Shack. Oh, pretty much. That sums it up. Yeah.
Hobby Lobby.
Don't do them because they got some nice stuff in there. Don't do them. Like
too good for me.
I shop at Hobby Lobby, but I make my stuff look nice. I'll tell you. Okay, can I start?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, first, Monica, I want to say, I have a voiceover coach. Okay. And you do have the voice, and he says what keeps the people going is that you have to be colorful when you talk and know how to read well, and you tell stories well. You have a lot of inflection, so you definitely can do voiceovers. Okay. So I'll go to that part later. First, the Monique versus Candace. I'm boss squad all day, team Monique, but I was open to listen to what Candace had to say. I am very nosy, so I really did want to see these depositions and statements. On the episode after Karen said, I've seen what you said. I just don't want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? She changed her idea, and Candace just did not want to be even honest that she admitted to throwing the glass on Monique. I do want to say that I recognize that there's a little bit of bias on each side of the way they told the story, but that's natural. Now, what I would have wanted to see was Bravo show that whole sing-song part. That would have changed my life in watching this fight. Since they dragged the fight out for the rest of the season, I believe they should have cut it up as short as they did, because I would have loved to see that banter between them singing that song and before she got to flipping her hair. And it also would have brought a different dynamic to the fight. And maybe people wouldn't have been as biased to one side or the other and would have been able to see the whole thing in motion, which also makes me think that production wanted you to hate Monique more by the way they cut up that fight and presented it to us. But at the end, you could still see Candace was saying in reading in between the lines, I didn't touch her. I just said something to her to keep that narrative that, I didn't provoke you. I just talked to you. You still shouldn't have hit me. I do not promote fighting. I have not been in a lot of fights in my life. I am non-confrontational. But when you provoke a person, if I tell you to get up out of my face and up in here in this city, that is the key words. Don't do this. Don't get in my face. Keep your hands up out my face, because when you get into my personal space, that's when I can beat your ass. So, wrong is wrong. It's about provocation. And when you get in a person's personal space, and they both got in each other's personal space, and that was it. Now, Y'all have got me excited. Monica, you got me stalking this lady. Well, let me go back to Wendy Osefo. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Dr. Wendy Osefo with her 4 degrees. She looks hella different, okay? And it's more than contouring because y'all know I'm a makeup girl and I'm a hair girl, okay? She went and got her a new glam squad. Let's be clear. Her mama was white on the show, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it is a part of her culture that she gonna be white when it's all said and done. So yes, she had to have been doing something to Europeanize herself into making her look the way she's looking. Also, let's be clear, she's on these channels and on these different platforms that maybe she wants to get more money because she needs it, okay? And so she wants to look more it's the word that my cousins are on TV, and the producer told me something about Black people not looking, I can't think of the word, where we don't look scary to them. And the word will come to me.
Acceptable.
Yeah, it's a form of acceptability, offensive, or we don't look intimidating to the white audience. Okay. They want us to be more streamlined, or what white people think we're supposed to look like and be like, so that they can accept us.
Yes, palatable.
More palatable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even digestible, you know.
Yeah. So I think she may be going that route, but she looks good, so be it. You know, that's her life, and she can do what she wanted to. Now I've been stalking Miss Thornton all the show while I was in the backstage. Okay, let me tell you something. At first, I was like, "What in the Kim Kardashian is this?" But now I am here for Miss Mia Thornton, and I'm gonna tell you why. When you first said that she was Karen's friend, I said, okay, we got to even out the score. She needs somebody under her. Ashley is her protege, but Ashley is a little too messy and she's a flip-flopper. You cannot depend on Ashley. I think they done got Mia there because now this season, Karen is going to need a stronger ally than what she's had to fight against these girls. Now, everything on this woman's Instagram is produced. I don't even see a selfie that look with her hair out of a place, okay? She looked like she got a cameraman following her everywhere she go. But one thing I did notice, the money resides with her, in her man. Now, being a woman that dates, I prefer a Christian hood gentleman, okay? I do know a hood feller when I see one. And he does look like he comes from the streets back in the day, but he knows how to code switch. I looked at him on her Instagram. I don't think she really likes this man like that, but she knew where the money resides and how to get where she got to go. Okay, because he's an old man. He ain't even as hip as Ray. He was like, oh, peace out, but that's his trophy wife. So all is fair and good. There's no robbery with fair exchange. He's got what she want. She got what she want. But I believe that woman got a degree, because she owns all of these chiropractic centers or whatever. So the lady got some money and she got some education. So guess who gonna be mad? Dr. Wendy Osefo. Okay, so she gonna be like, it don't say doctor, but she gonna come close and say I'm a real doctor, okay? Because she got that money, and she is well put together. Whatever breasts she bought, honey, her body is hot. Her hair is tight, and I know she hood too, because every video that she had, they had a song on it. It was some hood song, some R&B song, some black song. So that lets me know that the voice that she's using on the air, because see, I have my on the air voice as well. And when you get on the air, you are supposed to talk a certain way. And the person that originated that, when it comes to Instagram, is Paris Hilton. Okay, and she taught Kim Kardashian how to capitalize on it, and now all of these girls are capitalizing on it. But I can see in her twang and the switch of her hips that if you make her mad, she's going to get that deep, that deep bass in her voice, and she's going to come for you. So my vote is yes for Miss Mia Thornton. That is just my theory and my analyzation of this thing.
Oh, she cute and ghetto.
I think she's ghetto.
Oh, that's why I like them too. Cute and ghetto.
Yeah, she got some kids together.
I told y'all with the nails, the old school French manicure.
But they be, they can do the white voice. Hi, thank you for calling. And then you piss them off, then they get ghetto. Oh,
that's called my mama.
Look how she
Yeah.
Look how she posed with that man. They don't pose like they love each other. She posed like, look, I'm here.
Her booty did look real though. Her booty looked real.
Language.
I think her booty is real,
Yeah,
but
her
I
booty
think
real.
if those breasts is not done, they might have been lifted on up to where they
the east
belong.
side.
Yeah, I think she got a mommy makeover. You can tell from that belly button that she was trying to say was from whatever fit workout plan
Yeah,
she
she
was
got a
using.
tummy tuck and a breast augmentation and a breast lift. I know it when I see it. Yeah, but it looked good though. It looked good.
Yeah,
She
she
looked
also
good.
injects her lips too. She does fillers and stuff and all kinds of other things. So
Yeah, you can tell old school pop dad is breaking her off in the backseat of that car. She seemed like that type.
He popped in blue pill.
He done ordered that A game, Bishop. It's something about it. Because he ain't sitting up there breaking her off on a regular like that.
He got to get that blue pill. Leave him alone. Leave that man alone.
He got them pills.
A game. A game will save your life, fellas. No matter how old you are, either.
all right. Teach them something, Bishop.
Saving lives.
Yes.
It is for real, for real. I'm not playing. Old deacons and all that other stuff. They said, "What is that stuff?"
Nasty old deacons.
Well, hey, they ain't dead. Come on now.
I know.
Come up out of here, Satan.
I'm a Bible shame them right back. Get out of Sister Wanda. That ain't the type of repass we talking about, Deacon.
But
Talking about Bible study. He on that Bernie Mac type of Bible study.
Oh, the Lord knows what I want.
Well, Sister Margaret needs some love.
Miss Parker.
Sister Margaret needs some love too.
Good church hugs. Would you like after service? I made some chicken and some apple pie and some greens and cornbread. And so dinner is at 7 because we've been at church from 8 to 4. But I had already had the burners cooked. I just got to warm up the food. You're welcome to come.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, 75. I still want to be smacking and flicking something. A little something.
That's all you gonna be doing too, is smacking and
No,
rubbing.
that ain't players. The devil's busy. Now don't let him use you now.
All right, y'all. Let's wrap this up. Listen. If I allow it, we would be on here all night, wouldn't we? We sure would. Yeah. I don't know why I be messing around with Princess because oh child, you have me in stitches. I tell you, it's a lot. Okay. Once you get this room going and bumping, we can't
Ain't no stopping if the room is right.
Stop. We can't stop. Plas, where can they find you, my love?
Hey, y'all can find me over on Instagram at scared_of_beautiful and on the good old YouTube at Scared of Beautiful, just spaces, no periods.
Okay. And Bishop, where can they find you?
You can find me here on YouTube, slaying the devil at the Bishop with 2 E's. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram, where I finally made 1,000. Hey,
congratulations!
I appreciate that. At Bishop Redpill.
Okay. And the lovely Princess, my love, where can they find you, sis?
You can find my Instagram, Princess AV613. It rhymes. Princess AV613 will lead you to the house of the princess, which is my YouTube page and my website. And there you'll find my Twitter and my TikTok, which is Princess N2K. But follow me on everything. You'll find a way to find me on anything. If you follow Bishop and Schoolboy, don't look at me like that. Schoolboy, I can tag along on their Twitters and things.
Schoolboy, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on a couple different places. You can find me on Twitter at school_boy. You can find me on the YouTuber, where we have hit over 1,000 subscribers. We're at 1,021 as of earlier today.
Hey,
we just gotta get that watch time for that monetization. We gotta get
it's coming. It's coming. It'll be here before.
And where's the other place on it? Oh, Instagram. We try to keep it cute over there, but sometimes every now and then we just have to get gutter snipe. You can get over there at school_boy_2021. And that's all the places I'm at. Find me. Don't get in my inbox though, because my woman do look in there.
Ooh. Okay.
And she fight like Trey Woman. She fight like Trey Woman.
She fight. She fight. she from East Texas, country. They like to fight.
Yeah, I know East Texas. That's where my family from.
Oh, you know about the
Yes.
We heard
Monica. Monica, I'm doing a schoolboy and a so debonair invasion in April, so keep your eyes open.
If she pop up over here, y'all save me.
Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. You got, well, at least she warning y'all. Okay. She giving you fair warning. I reside here on YouTube. Y'all just hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Just subscribe because we have so much fun on this channel. We spill tea. It gets educational. You can learn things too. You can learn things about the culture. You can learn things about street dudes from the 70s. I mean, listen, we we cover it all. Ain't nothing left out. Okay. You can get medical updates, legal information, not advice, but information. Listen, we cover it all. Subscribe to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, bang that notification bell, teacups. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This was another fun night. We laughed so much. We love you all. Mods, thank you for holding down the chat, keeping that crowd. We had a few trolls tonight, didn't we? We did. I think I blocked 2 people. Yep. Because you know what? I'm getting older. I'm getting up in age, and my tolerance for bullshit is getting lower and lower and lower. So if you with the negativity and all this other stuff, just take it elsewhere. I'm not in the mood. You know, I'm just not. Everyone that sent in a super chat or a cash app, we thank you so much for helping us keep the lights on. We appreciate you. I want y'all to stay safe out there and be blessed. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday night, so we might hang out. We might have, I don't know.
We doing after dark because everybody.
If y'all want to.
Yes, schoolboy need to talk.
Okay.
Schoolboy needs to talk this time.
We're gonna do after dark tomorrow.
I'm gonna take a nap before the show, and we'll teach you about what we're gonna talk about.
Exactly. I'm gonna get my crawfish, and I can drink on after dark because y'all.
Yeah, you can drink on the after dark.
Don't take it jealous. You going to get crawfish?
Oh, you please.
No, I can go get some. It's early in the season. They still
They
be
got
like,
oh yeah, they good.
They still be like $7-8 a pound. I won't get
expensive.
I like it $3-4.
The money resides. Be clear.
Girl, please.
Well, you know, tomorrow is payday, so Mama might make an exception.
You gotta treat yourself sometimes. You know, a wise woman once told me, every day's Valentine's Day. Just treat yourself sometimes. That's right.
But see, Monica, that I actually follow that motto every day, and that ain't good for the savings account.
Yeah, I gotta answer for that.
You said otherwise, right?
I got an answer for that. Look, y'all give to Pleasant's cash out. Yeah, everybody give her a couple of dollars so she can have $75
but
to get her some crawfish.
And all month, next month is my birthday every single day. So if you want to drop a present,
I know that's right.
Y'all appreciate it.
I know that's right. You know what you could do? Subscribe to Pleasant's channel because that'll help get her monetized and every day be Valentine's Day.
She hitting them numbers too, especially with them
numbers.
reviews on that one show. Oh my goodness,
that views is lit.
Yeah.
I just thank everybody who's supporting me. Like it's really dope to like have a dream like this. Like, and I've had this for years. I've had my logo since like 2018, but to actually get out here and do it, like I'm just honestly grateful to the support. Thank you for all those who show me love. I'm trying to get back to the commenting and everything. This week has been a little hard because of everything plus work, but I'm gonna get there. Even if it's on the weekend, I'm gonna respond.
We love you, Plez.
I love y'all too. I love my family.
Yes, for sure. We definitely do. And y'all, please donate to the cash app. We need some crawfish tomorrow. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we need to celebrate.
Yeah.
Monica's so funny.
Okay. Come on, now. That sounds very it sounds like an injustice. It don't sound right. No.
And we need you to do voiceovers so you can add some more money to that account.
You know, Monica, you should do like the late night, you know, them calls on the call service channel. Like,
pick up the phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These are, you gotta clear it with, well, you know, with your people. Make sure your people are okay. But baby, them men would love to hear you. Hello, this is Monica speaking.
What you got on?
Lord, y'all are too much. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. We'll see you back tomorrow. It looks like we're doing After Dark. Once again, that'll be a private video. I'll drop the link during our live tomorrow night, but we'll be back here same time, same place. Love y'all. Bye. Bye.